Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How are you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Hey, where are the white women at?
We got
Try to relax your anus.
And they say there's more slaves now than there ever was in human history. But they're all Asians, so who gives a shit? You know what I'm talking about?
Welcome to the show, everybody. Good to see everyone on Rumble. We're on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. I was hoping to be up on Twitter or formerly the platform formerly known as Twitter. Is that what we call it now? Is that the platform formerly known as Twitter? The former tweets. Hooray! Let's offend again today, says Saint Aran. Offend? Who did we offend? Did we offend? Were we offended? Were we offending? I mean, I don't aim to offend, but I mean, if you're going to find me offensive, that's on you. Well Salty saying hello. Hello, Well Salty. Got that already switched over to live chat on Rumble. Really happy about how good I'm getting at just having the setup right at the get-go, despite being busy as hell all week. And the reason that's a thing is because I am thinking and moving faster. It is so nice not to be in that stupor, and it's also so terrifying to be coming out of it and realizing how much worse it was than we thought at the time. Like just, I didn't think it was that bad. I did not think it was that bad. Oh, wow. It's the way it is. Checking up on the Rumble. Still haven't gotten you guys tied onto the screen. I apologize for that. Afternoon, folks. I'm Chevrolet JB and Trucker 18-Wheeler saying, hey, Johnny. Hey, Trucker 18-Wheeler. Hey, everybody on all of the platforms. Well, Salty asking, who did you offend, buddy? I don't know. That is the question. I must have offended, but Saint Aren said, hooray, let's offend again today. So I guess I offended somebody, and he wants me to do it again. Just a weird request. I don't know that I would aim for that, but you never know. It's early in the show. We've got 3.5 hours of show prepped, planned, and ready to go. And we will hit that if we hit our goal, which is $45, because after yesterday's level 1, I didn't even get to see what level it hit. I was juggling. I had too many balls in the air, and I didn't see what it hit, but we got $5 in on that, so that kicked us $5 into our goal today. Thank you very much. We are $5. 5 in to today's goal. Again, you have the Rumble chats, the Rumble rants, the bits, the subs, the sound drops, all of that available. Don't let Johnny fool you. He's been stealing Trucker 18 wheelchair, and you offended some pro groomer yesterday. Oh. I've been stealing Trucker 18 wheelchair. Okay. Pro groomer. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the person who tuned in while I was flipping out on some trans shit, saying how people whatever. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. Not really worried. Here's why I didn't realize what you're talking about. I don't consider offending trans people as offending trans people but you offend them just by disagreeing. Just by going, yeah, I don't agree with you. You've offended them. By not letting them completely trample over everyone else's rights and everyone else's opinion, you've offended them. So I didn't even think I offended somebody. I thought I just spoke my opinion, and the trans community and pro-trans community behaved as it does. So I'm sorry. My mistake. I guess, yes, I did offend somebody yesterday. You've been stealing truckers' meth. I didn't finish my first thought before starting the new one. Go ADHD. Indeed, Fallen the Great. I have not been stealing truckers' meth. I have been getting legal drugs from the hospital. Steroids. Whole bunches of them. Are you going to get working legs someday, or does everyone hate you, says Trucker 18-Wheeler? My legs are kind of working slowly. I just can't push them too much. I got to remember that they've been a lot less active lately, and despite their renewed mobility, I can't push them too hard. So I'm being gentle, and I'm going to take it easy on Friday night at Deer Butch's little shindig, soiree, deer stock. I don't know what it's called. I just hope there's no bestiality, right? I'll even go so far as to say I don't even want I don't want any of that like people dressing up as animals stuff. No yiffing of any kind. And I don't want to F a deer or see anyone else doing that. So as long as those requirements are met, I can say I will definitely be in attendance. Just gonna get back to deer, but the hell are you saying about my soiree, Johnny? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm saying ever since what you did to Oz, I don't trust you. That's all I'm saying. We are kind of dragging our balls a little bit while the room fills furry frittering. Yeah, there is no furry frittering. I don't want furry frittering. I believe they call it yiffing in their community, and I know that thanks to a CSI Las Vegas episode. I know that's the Law and Order theme, but that's all I've got. I don't have although maybe I should. Maybe we should get that one in there too. But DO18 dropping some emotes on the screen. Good to see you, DO18. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Bestiality, Stearns or Benton? I'm not sure, and I haven't checked. I believe Butch sent me a link in my Discord, and I haven't checked it, so I'm not sure if we're in Stearns or Benton. But honestly, in this part of the state, it could go either way. Either of those counties is. Yeah, I mean, I'm technically a Minnesota transplant. Like, I'm technically from the East Coast. So, I mean, I grew up here, but I can totally shit on it because genealogically speaking, I haven't been, like, born and raised, like, several generations. So, yeah, I can totally shit on it. That seems right. We've got all of our stories for the first hour loaded up, so we'll be jumping into those momentarily. Again, thank you for watching on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube. Love seeing all of those numbers and having everybody here. It's super duper awesome. Thank you so much. We've got everything loaded up, so we'll be ready to jump in those just a second. Show goal today, $45. We've covered that. Shirts for the anniversary show. Update on that quick. Shirts for the anniversary show have been finished being minted and printed. They are en route and should arrive by tomorrow. Hopefully be wearing a anniversary show shirt on Friday to promote the new swag. And I was going to see about getting these on a shipping thing, but I got this new company to look into that someone gave me, and I'm going to see if they can do direct fulfillment orders. I might go top of the line shirts, and if it costs too much, I'll just say, hey, I don't need any fucking money. It's nice merch. It's promoting the brand. I'm happy. If you want the shirt, there it is. I hate having things having to be about money. Does that make me a dick? I wish I could just do the show and be happy. Last summer was great. It was DJing and everything else taking a fucking toll on me, but it was so nice to be like, I'm not worrying about the money. We're doing it for the fun. And it was a better show. Hello, Johnny and everyone. Where are you originally from? I'm from New York. I was born in Wisconsin, so I guess I'm not technically East Coast. My parents are from Worcester, Massachusetts. So they were moving from Worcester, Massachusetts to Wisconsin, and I was, I believe, conceived in that time, and I was I think technically they weren't Wisconsin natives when I was born. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But thank you for that. Good afternoon, everyone, says Mr. Q. Well, good afternoon. We are, again, kind of letting everyone filter in here. I do have all of our stories up, so we're just going to jump into that shit as soon as we're ready to go. Being easily offended is a sign of insecurity, says Well Salty. Well, now I know I'm not insecure. I am not easily offended, mostly because at this point, what can you do that God hasn't? I mean, really, the only answer is kill me. And quite frankly, I don't worry about that because my troubles will be over. Wow. You know, I moved the light, and now red doesn't get enough light. You know, I'm putting it back. I'm sorry, buddy. You're supposed to get more of that shine. Alrighty. So yes, we are going to be doing. I will store some extra shirts for hand jobs. Has anyone offered to fuck Johnny yet, or are we taking turns? K-Fall the Great. That offer thing follows under a very, very large litany of stipulations. First and foremost, no dudes. Okay, no dudes. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to take former dudes. Decocked is still dude in my book. So, yeah, it's starting with ladies, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, women, because I'm sure there's a shit ton of you out there waiting for that opportunity. But I am still keeping my standards. I'm not lowering them for anybody. So I'm just, you know, that's what I'm saying. Either way, all I'm saying, Fallen, is, no. I'm telling you right now, no. That's just the way it is. Offense is the defense of the weak. Offense is a choice, not a natural reaction. I'd say being offended is a natural reaction. I'd say it's completely natural when someone criticizes, questions, or in any way outwardly conflicts, contradicts, or insults your worldview. I would say offense is a completely normal reaction, one built out of pride. Not saying it's a good reaction. I'm saying we should all strive harder to not let it control us. And that is our message of the day. If you're always looking for something to be offended by, you'll find it. Yes, well, Salty, but in the case of the person they're talking about from yesterday, that person seemed very much offended by what I was saying and talking about, and with having zero context of how we got there and zero understanding of the show, they took personal offense to those comments. I can't blame them. You know, shit happens. Whatever. That's life. That's life, or so it goes. We have, again, 2 hours and 45 minutes left in the show with hopefully a half hour of overtime if we nail that $45 goal. Chevy JB saying he keeps turning me down, even offered to blow him. Yeah, that's appreciative. I appreciate the gesture. But again, I I'm not into dudes. It's just a thing. I am not into dudes. And no offense to you guys, I have been getting labeled gay a long time in my life. It's not new. It's not something that started when I started going online and doing online shit or being a comedian. No. When I was working as a strip club DJ, a lesbian who frequented the bar thought I was gay and proceeded to tell me about a guy she thought I would really be into, and I had to correct her and say I'm not really into dudes. And then she's like, what do you mean you're not, like, you're bi? And I'm like, no, I'm not into guys. And she's like, oh, I thought you were gay. I was like, man, I have a daughter. I am not gay. I have gone so far as to breed. And then she shocked me. She goes, well, that doesn't mean anything. And I'm like, yeah, well, it does here. And then she's just like, yeah, I just assumed you were gay. And here's the thing. She had nothing to gain from me being straight or gay. Her life changed zero by that. She just assumed I was gay. So, I'm swimming upstream, insisting to the world, no, I am in fact straight. This is literally, I am this guy.
No. We're straight. Just marry.
Kane J saying Johnny's gay? Oh. That's what that quote means. They want to be offended, LOL. Yeah, I get it. They want to be offended. My point was that person seems like they could be easily offended by anything, and they stepped into the middle of that rant. And so, like I said, I don't harbor anything about it. Are you talking about the lime socks? Yeah, with the name like that, the very last thing will offend that person. Sandy, I'm not sure. Bladder cancer, intestinal infection, Biden reelected. What? Saint RN, that is a fucking scattershot. I was at a bar once. I was checking out a lady. She came over and said, I seen you checking me out, but I'm not a lesbian. I go, neither am I. She realized I was a guy. She mistook me as a woman. I mean, is that a bad thing, though? I mean, maybe for that chick, but here's a follow-up question, Saint Ren. More important, did you seal the deal? Or did at least things progress from there? Or was it like you just got shot down further? I feel like there's a reasonable chance that maybe things turned around there and you're focusing on the wrong part. Or at least they could have. What do we have here? Catching up this. Fallen saying, maybe if you come out of the closet, God will give you your legs back. Fallen the Great, there are some things that walking is not worth, okay? Some lines I'm not, you know what? If that's what it takes, then I'm going to get me a fucking wheelchair, all right? Get me a wheelchair with a built-in shitter and an at-home nurse willing to administer a Blumpkin. Yeah, use the air freshener after you've exhaled half of it anyway. Why does it still smell like weed down here? Holy shit. Jesus Christ. We are almost 20 minutes into the show. This filter in thing has gone way too long. Didn't pan out, says Saint Ren. Aw, didn't pan out. Well, at least you took your chance. At least you took your chance. And the world is calling bullshit maybe if you come out of the closet. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Continue without supporting. Please do. Alrighty. Here we go. This first story that we're going to talk about, wildfires are burning historic Maui town of Lahaina, prompting evacuations across Hawaii. These wildfires burning across Hawaii after strong winds from Hurricane Dora and dry conditions ignited the blaze. Acting Governor Sylvia Luke issued an emergency proclamation and authorized the Hawaii National Guard to aid authorities with disaster relief. Luke stepped in for Governor Josh Green, who is traveling, but Green has been fully briefed on the situation, according to the release. The wildfires have burned across Hawaii on Wednesday after strong winds from Hurricane Dora and dry conditions ignited blazes and prompted evacuations. The Coast Guard have rescued people from the ocean near Lahaina and Maui as they went into the water to escape the fast-moving fire. The historic downtown area surrounding Front Street was partly destroyed, according to Hawaii News and other reports. Luke stepped in. The emergency proclamation said evacuations were underway in the Kahola Ranch, Kailua, and Lahaina areas as the fires threatened to affect the health and welfare of a substantial number of persons. The disaster emergency relief period will continue through at least August 15th, the document said. Lieutenant Governor Luke has my full support, Green said in a release. My thoughts are with the residences and businesses affected. Right. All right, so let's get into the video portion of this. So we have some drone footage. You guys want to see some drone footage of this crazy bullshit? Let's mute this for the ad and play that for a second. I got married in Lahaina, Kanapali. Beautiful there. Terrible decision. The marriage was a terrible decision, or the wedding there was a terrible decision? That's a very big box to unpack terrible decision from. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot in there. But let's go ahead and get this. This is drone video footage capturing the unprecedented wildfires burning across Maui and Hawaii's Big Island. Oh, they've only got music backgrounds. Hot damn! You know, it's so dark, the fire is the only source of light. I can't really get a good scope of distance. How high up are we right now? And plus, how do you guys have forests that can burn like that? Don't you get, like, fucking lava and shit all the time? And it's an island. I'm not saying you should be getting rain every day, but the idea that an island is dry, you're surrounded by water. There's no humidity at all.
This is filmed at 11:30 p.m.
Oh, 11:30 p.m. I thought you were going to say at 1,100 feet, and I was like, oh, if I just played it longer, I wouldn't have been such a dick. Oh, well. DO18 saying, it's okay. You're welcome. I'm just your normal fire god. The Tommy Gun Show saying, damn, yeah, Hawaii is cosplaying as Warcraft. I don't even think Hawaii is cosplaying as Warcraft. This is just hellscape, man.
As I'm taking a look and surveying the fire.
The fact that we have winds in high 70s and still in the low 80s, quickly spreading wildfires across highways and into different neighborhoods, it has turned very serious and very dire.
The wildfires have forced people to evacuate their homes across Maui and the Big Island. Oh, damn.
You gotta have a...
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Bear breaks loose in airplane cargo. Yeah, bear breaking loose in the airplane cargo hold. That's why maybe you shouldn't fly bears. Bears should have their own airlines called Barely Traveled. Alrighty, there we go. The island is Maui. It's a volcano. It's just, it should not be burning, but it is. It's weird. And apparently they said people were jumping in the water to flee the fire. I was hoping to see some of that, but apparently none of that was in the video, and that's a shame. I wanted to see people jumping for their lives. Oh, man.
Happy Tuesday. Oh, yes.
All right. Gutfield on the Canadian woodshop teacher has giant rack. That is a really, really old story. I hope this is an old Greg Gutfield clip. Because why? Anyways, we've got a lot of other stuff to get into today. We're going to talk about a teacher who fucked around and found out. We're going to talk about Joe Rogan, who is appalled at, I believe, the political outrage over the Barbie show or Barbie movie. We've got we're following up on the California story, so we'll be getting into that as well. And then we have the Tampa Bay mayor, who, what was the Tampa Bay mayor story about? Oh, yeah, Tampa Bay mayor hauls in 70 pounds of cocaine during a fishing trip. Somebody's war chest is full. 70 pounds of cocaine. Jesus Christ. All right. And that story's this is from today. Then we've also got one about the Library of Congress that's so stupid I can't believe it. So there's our chance, St. Aaron, to offend some more people if they come in and looking for it. They'll have that. Kane J saying, nice catch. Yeah, the thing is she turned it in, and I think it's because there were witnesses. But I wouldn't have turned it in. I would have kept that shit. You don't tell anybody about that. You just piecemeal it out in super small doses. Just be like, hey, man, I got some Coke. You want to buy some Coke? Oh. Anyways. So we have all of that going on. We have 2.5 hours left in the show. Hopefully 3 hours left in the show. $45 goal. We'll go ahead and link our little goal thing. I gotta get the better Hemponics link because I deleted it the other day, but I still have the basic one, so we can use that. Control V. Oh God, no! Undo. That's how you fuck things up, my friend. All right, Control C. There we are. Our goal today is $45. Bits, subs, sound drops all count. It's hard to count the bits and the subs at the end of the show, so those are best done early on, so we make sure to get those in for the day. Otherwise, we have to count them and add them to tomorrow, which is why we started at 45 instead of 50. And we're going to go ahead and link these in there as well. You have the direct pay options. Again, I hate to be a dick about it, but that's how we keep this thing going. As it is, I am probably going to have to at least do DJing to supplement the income, and that might even end up costing us like the Sunday show or something. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll move Friday. Maybe we'll copy Holt and do Friday Rumble exclusive after the first half hour or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I might have to give up a show day, and I might have to say I can't do Mondays for Aaron anymore because it's getting tough. So, and I get it's tough for everybody. If you can't support the show, I understand. But if you can support the show, we appreciate it. And like I said, we keep the all the apps up for all of that. And, nope, we better open the phone and turn the apps on just to make sure they let us know when that stuff goes off. There we go. Elon Musk, I don't give a crap. Thank you for following on Rumble, Scotty. Love seeing those Rumble follow notifications. Love all of the viewers we have on Rumble. Let's get back into some shit now that we've done the whole begging for money thing. We'll kind of come back to that a little bit later. Let's earn it, as I would like to say. Oh, never mind. Well, that's not an actual video. Texas District. Can you read, asshole? Just for once. Texas District fires first grade teacher who joked about killing sister's white boyfriend and helping her hide the body. Apparently, she self-identified as a black supremacist and accused of posting an anti-white post, which included a joke about violence. Prior to the firing, the teacher reportedly bragged about how she could never be terminated and said some of the administration laughed off her posts. Why shouldn't I hate white people?
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Johnny's tongue is extra active, going to be a great show. Atomic Ray, it is going to be a great show. I'm extra active in all sorts of ways right now. Van Drexel gifting that tier 1 sub to the community. Thank you very much. That's going out to Bird Collector. Sorry, forgot about the sound trigger. The sound trigger's there so that I don't miss the donation. Thank you so much. Little cowbell action for Van Drexel. Hey-o! Thank you so much for helping support the show. Don't worry about that, man. Why shouldn't I hate white people? Former Thompson Elementary School first grade teacher Danielle Allen, 29, posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. Yes, the social platform formerly known as Twitter. And Fox is being a dick, so we'll just read this quick and get on with it. Because they got to get those, let me guess, there's another ad in here? Nope, never mind. They're just going to keep playing that and say that their clips get a lot of hits. God, you guys are shifty. You are so shifty. Why shouldn't I hate white people? Used X as a burner account when she went under the pseudonym Claire Kyle. The account was researched by X users Amari King and Haley Kennington. The Mesquite Independent School District on Tuesday called the post racist, adding that the teacher would not be eligible for rehire. The highly offensive statements posted to her account do not reflect the values and standards of the Mesquite ISD, and the district condemns them in the strongest terms, the statement said. However, Allen had a different perspective of an initial response from the administration. Y'all have found my job, Allen posted on X.
That's racism. I love to racism cheer 100.
I love to racism, bro. They told me to delete the post, but my job is safe since I did not directly wish harm on all white people. They laughed and told me to watch what I say, and I'll be good to go. Just talked to the school board and my job is safe. I told them it was a joke, and they know I'm not racist, so have fun. Oh, it's amazing how you can say they know I told them it was a joke and they know I'm not racist. White, if you don't know this or not, ma'am, especially white people online, they don't get to say it was a joke and then it's okay. Racism, overt racism is still racism. I do racist jokes on this show and people call me racist. And I go, it's a joke. It's a show. I'm making jokes. It doesn't matter. You're still racist. So if that's the way it is for me and people say to me, then I must say to you, my ma'am. My ma'am. I did get that. I said my ma'am. It came out as it probably sounded more like man, but either way. That's still racist. That's still racism, yo. Alrighty. The teacher recorded a video of herself walking through the halls of what appeared to be the elementary school saying, Twitter thinks they can take my job from me. Call me every name under the sun, but you will never call me unemployed. Allen had originally posted a text message exchange in which she joked about planning to murder her sister's white boyfriend. She expressed concern that the boyfriend looked like a Trump supporter. I'm like baffled as seeing a white man in my house. I can't believe it. This is supposed to be a black person only house. I am so mad right now. Holy crap. That is so horrible. Holy Jesus. I can't believe she has this cave dweller in my freaking house. Oh my God. Trying to stay calm. She knows I'm a racist. You gotta love it when they just leave. She knows I'm a racist and she's putting it in front of me. I promise I'll help you hide the body. Bring all 4 of your guns. My sis is letting all of Europe take turns on her. The disappointment I feel right now. Our parents raised us better than this. You gotta keep the bloodlines pure. The thumbnail image for the burner account was the same that appeared on her Facebook exchange. Allen did not respond for comment. The teacher not only bragged about being racist against white people, but also about being homophobic. That's super gay, an incoming message said. She responded, that's why I love you. Thank you for being homophobic like I am. You're my soulmate. Ma'am, you're taking away all the work that so many of us have put in to decouple gay from the homosexual community. See, the homosexual community loves gay, and that's great. But we as the rest of the world like using the term gay for things we don't like, and we don't want that to outwardly mean specifically the homosexual community. Because I personally have no problem with the homosexual community. Trans community and me apparently don't get along, but, whatever. Alrighty. Northern Finlander, that's racism. I love to racism. Thank you for the 100 bits. We already got that. Hope shit gets better for you soon, says Tim B50 with $2. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to put a little space thing in here, and then I'm going to put +2, so that way we know...
Cheer 500.
Thank you very much. +2. So that way I know we got the 2 in there. Thank you for the sticker and the 500, Van Drexel. That's awesome. Lab Glass with the cat sticker and the 100 bits. Holy shit, we're 23 seconds left to launch a hype train. Never. All right, Lab Glass with another 100 bits. That did not extend us 6 seconds ago there. But there's the sticker party, so should have kept an eye on that shit. All right. I'll just let this kind of finish before we get to Joe. A little controlled burn for the support again. Thank you so much. A lot of shut up and take my money stickers. Thank you, Labglass. Again, this works better if you use it from the start. I don't know if you understand the rules, but if you're going to... All right. Anyways, thank you very much for that sticker party. I'm sorry I wasn't on top of that. Thank you for paying attention to the show or being part of it.
Shut up and take my money.
All right, there's Labglass with another shut up and take my money in 100 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you, Van Drexel, for the 500 and Northern Finlander for the 100. That's all super awesome. We'll check in on that towards the end of the show and see where we're at on the goal. I'm hopefully thinking that's going to cut us down like $5 already. And then that 2 is going to just stay on the back, and we'll add that with something else here in the because they take something off of the Twitch or in the Rumble, and I don't know how much. So we're just we're gonna keep that on there so we know that was added, and we'll just. I sent a tip, says Deb. Well, thank you so much. We'll see if that the tip thing should go through the PayPal. So we'll check that later, and it should do it on this thing. How do I check that on these things? Can't see the screen with the water bottle there. We might have to move it. Whatever. We'll check up on that in a bit. Let's do, like I said, a goddamn show. Joe Rogan is someone I don't generally go for. You know what? We're not even going to do this on the Fox site. Let's go to YouTube for the clip of this. Joe Rogan isn't someone
a lot of you may have seen this video. It has been everywhere. This guy clearing out shelves.
Yep, it's that. Whatever. You're going to shift that article over because you auto-started it. All right, let's get this Joe Rogan Barbie movie. Joe Rogan Barbie movie. Let's see, there should be several clips. Joe Rogan is perplexed by Barbie movie backlash. There we go. Here we go. This is straight off of Powerful JRE. Thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the brown noise. We've got a minute and a half to launch a hype train again, so thank you so much for all of that. If we launch a hype train, cool. That kind of. I think what it's like level 2 or 3, and we're automatically gonna be pretty much good on the goal. I think. No, yeah, 2 or 3. 2 or 3, I think, somewhere in there. But at any rate. Let's get again back into this Joe Rogan perplexed by Barbie movie backlash. I am too perplexed by Barbie movie backlash. Not just because that's fun to say. Barbie movie backlash. Say that 3 times fast. Barbie movie backlash. Barbie movie backlash. Barbie movie backlash. Haha. Nailed it.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Did you see the Barbie movie?
No, I have not. No, sir.
A lot of people are upset about the Barbie movie, and I left.
I love that it seems like you're drinking a beer and you're like, you see the Barbie movie, bro? I gotta. Yeah, No, that's not a beer. That looks like a Pepsi or something.
Did you see the Barbie movie?
No, I have not. No, sir.
A lot of people are upset about the Barbie movie.
All right, so that seems like a soda. But I gotta be honest, my man. I really like the idea that it's a beer. Just, yo, bro. See the Barbie movie? A lot of people are upset about it. I went and saw it, quite frankly. I'd fuck her. I'd bend that plastic bitch over and give her I'd remold that ass. All right, but anyways, let's get to Joe. It seems weird. Like you started out drinking a carbonated beverage. It seems like you fucking. It'd be just as weird if you're like, hey man, you see that Barbie movie, dude? A lot of people are upset about that Barbie movie, bro.
And I left perplexed.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Was it good?
Fun, silly movie about dolls who come to life. But it's, a lot of it is about the patriarchy.
Sure.
And, it's a comedy. It's a comedy
Sure.
about dolls.
Sure.
So people are like, people are upset that it's this, like progressive metaphor for life, that it's, they're pushing progressive politics in this. I'm like, it's a fucking doll movie.
Yeah.
It's a doll movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie about dolls who come to life and try to interact with the real world. And there's this lady in it who's this mom who, spoiler alert, who makes Barbie.
Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, I don't know if you've seen the Barbie movie. I haven't, and I don't give a shit. But if you haven't, and Aaron says 20% on Rumble. All right, Tim B. Well, 20% of $2, 10% of $2 would be 2 cents. So 20% of the no, it'd be 20 cents. So it's 40. I don't know. Whatever. So that's $1.60. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Life will find a way.
Feel sad because she's playing with Barbie and she has sad feelings. It's a fucking interesting movie. It's like, because I was like, wow, this is an original movie. Like no one's ever done a movie like this before. It's not like anything else you could say. It was.
I would say crack a window. First time chat from Zoop saying, hey Zoop, welcome to the show. I'll say this. I have had no interest in seeing the Barbie movie up until this point. I've had no interest in seeing the Barbie movie. And everything I've seen about the Barbie movie made me believe that there was, nothing worth seeing about the Barbie movie. It seemed like it was a very much for its own audience movie. And I was like, all right, if you want to go see it, cool. If you're a big Barbie person, cool. But personally myself, I could give a shit. His explanation about what's happening with the spoiler alert thing, I actually am curious now to see the Barbie movie. Kind of want to see the Barbie movie.
Bizarre movie, but it was a fun, silly movie. I laughed. But at the end of it, I was like, how did people get outraged at that? Like, they were saying it's I know some people personally who said it's anti-men. I'm like, no, it's making fun of dorks. It's making fun. It's
right.
Fun. You didn't think it was fun? Like, if that was a real person, that happening to them, isn't that fun?
Well,
That's
Margot and Ryan are just like amazing.
Amazing together in that movie too.
I have to see it. I want to see it, and I just haven't.
I enjoyed it. I just didn't understand why people were getting so upset. Like, do you think that's you? Are they making fun? Are all men in this
Directly
one? Are
making
we going
fun
to
of
do
you.
this thing where we put all men as men? It's one category. We're not going to judge people as individuals.
Right.
We're going to pretend that these individuals in this mill, who are clearly dorks because they're designed, it's fun, that you don't think like
they don't know how to fuck. Case solved. Like, I'm sorry, but fucking Margot Robbie and, the other guy, they just mentioned his name, and I'm brain farting on it. It might be because of the weed. But is that Post Malone? That might be Post Malone. I don't know who's with him on the show in this particular one. But, they don't know how to have sex. They don't know what sex is. And it's like two extremely attractive people, and they really like each other, but they're just, sex, man. They're just fun. It's hilarious. I'm thinking about watching it with my daughter, says Luke Duke. My daughter is 5, and she does not have any outward interest in it. But I'm thinking if she does ever want to watch it, I will totally watch that movie with her. Seems like it could be a super awesome watch. The most interesting thing about the movie is there's a Troon Barbie? Real See No Evil, what's a Troon Barbie? Is that a typo? Ryan Gosling, says Mr. Q. Thank you. Yeah, so Ryan Gosling, who's kind of like, we've already discussed earlier how I am not gay, so let's just be clear. We have established that I am not gay, but Ryan Gosling's a hot dude, all right? It's a hot guy. If he was a homosexual and he was like getting all physical with me, I would not be like, I'm going to get with him. But let's just say this. I'm not going to mind that he's climbing all over me. I'm like, I'm not into dudes, but you're cute. I'll give you that. You're cute. Margot Robbie is the most beautiful woman on the planet. Fight me. Joe Berger, not the most beautiful woman on the planet, but definitely a hot motherfucking lady. My point is, Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie are playing characters, and if those two characters have chemistry, ignoring the actual people, they don't know how to fuck. Don't judge men, brother. I leave it up to the Lord to judge, says Rusty Grammar. No, I think you should totally judge men, but you shouldn't judge men as a base category. Same way you shouldn't just judge women as a base category. And, stop attributing movies to your judgments. Because that's the worst part. Saying that this is a depiction of all men is saying this is your belief and that's how you're seeing it there. Because they're not saying that.
What happens to them and the way it happens isn't like fun. Like, I don't understand like why people think that represents all men. It's the dumbest sort of.
How does it like? What was the? So you said it's
people
like
get upset
anti-men.
They think
what
it's
happened?
a super
I think it is
woke
Post Malone.
movie, and that's the way to
It's
make
also
that
a fucking movie.
But it's
a
also a
fucking
movie about how Barbies are the dolls that everyone cares about, and Ken is just a fucking accessory, which is real. So when you bring these things into a movie, you make them real life Barbie land.
Right.
That's how they have to be, because
Real life Barbie land, that's how they have to be. Yeah. Ken is an accessory. And Joe Burger, don't judge it. Cheeseburgers, when does your flight leave? My flight. See you tomorrow. Sounds weird, LOL, says Joe Burger. Oh, Joe Burger. Hey, man, good to see you, Joe Burger. Yeah, that's awesome. Glad to see. Hobo Chili Recipe jumping in saying, howdy. Have you watched the movie, says Ringo. I have not watched the movie. I have zero care to watch the movie. And it's a movie night for girls. Why are guys getting their precious feelings hurt? Thank you, Luke Duke. I don't think we could sum that up better than that. I mean, Joe's got a good minute and a half left, and I'm going to let him have it. But, yeah, I don't think we can sum it up better than Luke Duke. And I'm going to talk about Lab Glass's comment in a minute because that's funny. That is funny. Thank you for being part of the show. We're having a great time today. We're going till hopefully 5:30, but we're definitely going till 5 o'clock. We'll see. We've got at least 2 hours and 10 minutes left in the show. Hopefully 2 hours and 40. We'll get there though. Johnny is not gay. His favorite attribute are eyes. Brown eyes. You know what? Just for you,
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
I do love eyes. I wouldn't say I love brown eyes particularly. I am a sucker for blue eyes. I am a sucker for green eyes, and Asians with brown eyes. So, I mean, I do like some. Anyways, I have not watched the movie. Love the support Joe has. Love the support shirt Joe has on. Oh, support psychedelics? Yeah, dude. That's a big thing with a lot of people, especially in the Hollywood community. The use of the psychedelics. I know Joe's now moved to Texas, but let's be honest.
That's how it is in the real world. Like
Right.
that's the movie.
Right.
And then the movie, they go to the real world, and the real world it sucks, and it's run by men. And so this is
Cheer
what
100
people
luckily
are
with
saying
food coloring.
makes this an
You turn a
anti-man
brown eye blue.
Concept, though.
It's a fucking fun movie, man. I don't get it. I'm appalled at how easily outraged so many people are. I could see if you don't like it. I could see if it wasn't your kind of movie. But that's anything that someone creates.
To be honest, to be fair about that, like, it's also like, you said it's not your kind of movie. It's also the Barbie movie.
Right.
You have to kind of
Exactly.
like, you
It's
can't
not for
go
you
in there
anyway.
walking so seriously about it.
Right. Why would you go to see AC/DC if you fucking hate AC/DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like into classical
It's
music.
just to make fun of Brian Johnson. Be like, you're no Bon fucking Scott, man. You know that. I'm scared of that shit. I'm scared that people buy tickets to come and make fun of me. That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear. I haven't seen it yet, and hopefully don't do that. But it's all right because I still sold a ticket.
Yeah. Go ahead, sit in the front.
So wait a minute. He's actually in the Barbie movie? There's a bombshell. I might go to see it just if Post Malone's playing a bit part in the Barbie movie. Dude, that is Post Malone. He's lost a lot of weight. Yeah, dude, Post Malone has lost a lot of weight. I didn't recognize him at all. The face tattoos, as much as they identify him, nothing looks the same when you drop weight, man.
With your frown on.
All right, so that's the end of that clip. Thank you very much, Mr. Rogan. Mr. Rogan. So yeah, he does, and I agree, man. Why the fuck would you get pissed about the movie? It's not worth getting upset about. Kind of like that person yesterday. People bring up, like, it's not worth getting upset about or worrying about. Like, they're gonna whatever. I'm like David Lopan girl with green eyes, says Hobo Chili Recipe. Okay. Post Malone just bought a Magic the Gathering card for $2.6 million. Hey, dude, if you're big into Magic the Gathering and that card is a rare card or a rare printing of the card, is it worth $2.6 million? Absolutely not. But if you're willing to pay it and you got that kind of money, man, if I just had 20 grand I could part with and not give a shit, I'd have a fucking 1961 Ford Galaxy pimped to the max, all set up, all bells, whistles, and everything. I'd still have money left over. Oh, I was thinking Big Trouble Little China, Asian girl with green eyes. Oh, well, hey, man, I don't have a problem with those either. I guess I don't know, but anyways, we're gonna get to this story out of LA. I am glad to see this, and I hope they don't fuck with the video playback too much, even though they tend to. But we're going to have to play the Fox story of this. This is an update on the guy that on the Sikh who beat the shit out of the thief in L.A. And last we had heard, L.A. had announced, the government had announced, the city council and everything, that they were launching a probe and investigating this, and they were, planning to prosecute the store owner. Well, this is an update on how that community is taking, and you know what, we'll just play it.
A lot of you may have seen this video. It has been everywhere. This guy clearing out shelves at a 7-Eleven, stealing all of these items and just putting them in a big roller garbage can.
Cheer 100.
It happened in Stockton, California, south of Sacramento. A worker told police that the same man had stolen from that store the day before. And we've got to warn you, this video
Cheer 100.
Is intense. One worker, after they decide that they're
going to go
after this guy and get him to stop what he's doing, which is wrecking and stealing their shelves, one of the men who works in the store starts to hit him with a stick. That's what you can see there. Eventually, they let him go. They did not call the police. Police say that they found a man a few hours later saying that he was in pain and asking for medical help. They say he didn't know if he had been attacked, but after they saw the video from the store, they kind of put the whole story together, and now they're investigating. Let's bring in Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney and Fox News contributor. Leo, always good to have you with us. This got a lot of attention. I think a lot of people look at this and they say, what else is this store owner supposed to do? I mean, this is, I think, the second or third time that he had showed up, and then he's just brazenly clearing off the shelves into a garbage can to steal the stuff that they're trying to sell in their store. What do you make of this as a civil rights attorney? Who's at fault here?
Cheer 100 hit him more.
Hit him more. Yes, exactly, was fill some holes. That's like I said, I don't know anyone that's...
For the love of God!
I gotta say, hooray on where the sticker landed on the pause screen. Yeah, we got the bandit. I mean, I'd prefer it landed closer to his ass because that's where he actually got hurt. But you have no control over the sticker, and it did technically land on him. Oh, damn it, because it's Fox. Hey, we're gonna play my favorite game. If they do an ad, I get to make fun of it.
And a lot of you may have seen this video. It has been everywhere.
I didn't.
This guy clearing out shelves
we'll,
at a
get the audio
7-Eleven,
back
stealing all of these items. One worker.
All right, so yeah, this is complete bullshit, and I'm glad that they beat the. What if the owner shot him dead? ? Is that okay? Joe Berger, I would not say that's okay, but I would understand a store owner trying to defend their fucking store. But I would say shooting him dead would be a bit much. I feel the way that it was handled, considering they didn't call the police. They didn't call the Khaleesi. They didn't call the police. They just fucking whooped his ass and let him go. I'm 110% on their side. By the way, we have 2.5 minutes to kick off a hype train with everything that's gone in currently to get it going. So then that would all throw forward. Like I said, if we do a 2 to 3 hype train, we'll just kind of consider the goal met, because I'm pretty sure that gets us over. It's like $40-50. We'll get the exact amount in and either pencil it into tomorrow or whatever. Anyways, here we go. Bing, bang, boom.
After they decide that they're going to go after this guy and get him to stop what he's doing, which is wrecking and stealing their shelves, one of the men who works in the store starts to hit him with a stick. That's what you can see there. Eventually, they let him go. They did not call the police. Police say that they found a man a few hours later saying that he was in pain and asking for medical help. They say he didn't know if he had been attacked, but after they saw the video from the store, they kind of put the whole story together, and now they're investigating. Let's bring in Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney and Fox News contributor. Leo, always good to have you with us. This got a lot of attention. I think a lot of people look at this and they say, what else is this store owner supposed to do? I mean, I think the second
I bet nobody's screwing around in that store now.
He's just
Probably
clearing off the shelves into a garbage can to steal the stuff that they're trying to sell in their store. What do you make of this as a civil rights attorney? Who's at fault here?
Oh, who's at fault? Very simply, the criminal. The criminal. Martin, you said it correctly. Look how relaxed he is. Yeah. That's the Democratic laws that are in California where the criminal is the victim because, you know, the system is racist. This district attorney should have that criminal in jail right now because he...
Did we just sit here and... Like, I get it, that's Fox. They get a contributor that kind of... Did we just have a black man? Did he just say what I think? Did he just... By the way, we're gonna count. We're gonna use Tim's to count all of Hobo chili recipe. So we'll take the 2 off of that, and we'll count the goal as at $40 because of Hobo chili recipe there. Thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe, for that $5 Rumble rant. Let's do that. The I don't know if I can say that. The Predator was going back to his roots in India when mobs used to run around beating with sticks. Whatever. Good job. I can't be sure on how much of that I'm safe to read on certain platforms. I'm not as good at that as Aaron. But, dude, it's not even going back to their roots. That's just Sikh beliefs, man. Sikh beliefs are that you do not allow people to behave like heathens in public. Like, the Sikhs aren't about going into your house and making you behave, you know, like you should. But polite society and how you behave in that society is a thing. And they, by their beliefs, are compelled to not allow people to be complete heathens in polite society.
I'm in danger.
Thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 100 bits. Hobo Chili Recipe saying if I had 120 grand, I would buy an M249 belt fed. That's in HK91. And an HK91, both valued at 10 grand. Hey, man, different strokes for different folks. I'll say this. I want to make you know what? At the risk of jinxing it anyway, fuck it. I want to make this show that I want to make, and different things I need as props. I've slowly collected pieces of them. And that car would be like the pinnacle prop. But more importantly than that, I want that car for me and to leave for my daughter. That is my heirloom thing that I want to have, that I love, and I will spend as much time with her with it as possible. But whether I'm alive to see the torch passed or not, I'd like it to go to her. It's just a thing. We'll see if I make it happen or not. Got a goal, that's all I know. Back to this story again. It's really weird. I get it, Fox News contributor and everything, but it's really weird to see a person of color going, well, the criminals should be in charge, but we're teaching that the criminals are the victims because the justice system is racist. And I'm like, look, I agree, but I've been told that that's wrong because I'm white, and now... Okay.
He did it not just once, but twice. And so what happened is, if there's any focus on these shop owners who are trying to protect their property, no way. They should not be charged with any criminal crime. And if there is some type of civil suit, that criminal will have zero chance of prevailing. 7-Eleven should back up these shop owners, because I'll tell you right now, Martha, the lack of any type of police response, lack of any type of government response to crime is resulting in vigilantism. And this is what's happening right now because people are tired of being attacked, robbed, and basically assaulted.
All right, so we see this man with a stick, and I watched it fairly carefully.
We see this man with the stick, and I'll admit, when I watched him start beating him with the stick, I rubbed a nipple. I won't say which one, but I rubbed it aggressively. There may have been some slight piddling.
The stick is landing on the floor a lot. You can hear it. Then you can also see...
No. The stick is landing on the guy. Nice cover. Nice cover. The stick is landing on the guy. Let's go back.
Impact on this man's legs, and then
is resulting in vigilantism. And this is what's happening right now because people are tired
That's not the
of
floor.
being attacked, robbed, and
That's his
basically
foot.
assaulted.
Foot.
All right, so we see this man with a stick, and I watched it fairly carefully. The stick is landing on the floor a lot. You can
Nope.
hear it.
Nope.
Then you can also see
Nope.
impact on this man's
Nope.
legs. And
Nope.
then he basically,
Nope.
sits up.
Nope.
And I believe he gets up after that. How
Nice
much force
pause.
is
Nice pause. I gotta go back and get this video. I gotta get that pause. I gotta get that pause with him looking into the camera, holding the broom handle, and I gotta put the words, "the hero we need."
The vigilantes or the owners were trying to deter this guy from coming back. Now,
Joe Berger, he's beating the EBT out of. Oh, Joe Berger. Makes you think he's on EBT. He probably has a lot of money from all the shit he's been selling.
the question is, was the force reasonable?
Right.
Was it a crime for them to inflict this amount of force? That's a fact question. That's a jury question. But I want to make sure this is clear as a civil rights attorney. This district attorney who has to review this case after it's turned over to him by the police should not file charges against these shop owners. It sends the wrong message, Martha. Yeah. It sends the wrong message. And I'll tell you right now, that criminal lied to the officers as to why he was assaulted. He didn't tell them that he was robbing the place twice before. Right. He just said he's injured. And the tape revealed what his conduct was.
But in some of these states, you're allowed to steal, I think, up to $900 worth of stuff, right? I mean, before the laws kick in. I think that's the law in New York. I'm not sure about California. But you can see why people just walk in with impunity and think they can fill up a garbage can and just take stuff that doesn't belong to them.
Because they're not going to jail. Because you could basically steal about $800 and then walk away.
Yeah, unbelievable. Leo, thank you. Always good to have your...
Always good to have one of your kind. Just say it, lady. Just say it. Alrighty, so the Los Angeles-based civil rights attorney called on Northern California authorities not to prosecute the 7-Eleven. All right, so there we go. That was what it was. I was worried they were saying there was backlash for that already, but yeah, the probe over the beating has sparked outrage, and prosecutors should have that criminal in jail. So that's pretty much what the clip was. We don't need to read anything. We kind of covered all of it. We'll get to the next. Try that in my house. You're going to hell, says Luke Duke. Right? $100 cartons of cigarettes. Well, here's the worst part of this. Let's ignore for a second. You know what? I've started thinking of the Johnny Okaku thing. All right, let's ignore for a second the actual crime as he is a criminal, whatever. Let's just look at the action itself. By allowing this man to do this, by allowing him to take the cigarettes, let's say he doesn't even destroy the shelves or damage the shelves. Let's say he just takes them and it doesn't hurt anyone, and he leaves. The store can't sell cigarettes because they don't have them anymore. And the fact that a person is able to clean them out means they'll keep cleaning them out. And as a result of that, even if the store gets reimbursed for the cigarettes taken eventually, they'll lose customers who won't go there because they can't get the cigarettes. They'll lose secondary ancillary sales that someone might have gotten at that 7-Eleven because while I'm picking up a pack of smokes, I'll grab some gas and maybe some and a soda. But instead they're going to the store where that doesn't happen because they actually have some goddamn cigarettes. So even if these actions didn't hurt the store financially in the long run in any way, they will hurt it financially down the road with the loss of ancillary sales and repeat business. Eventually, the only thing they'll have is an insurance payout from the insurance company paying for the cigarettes and the other shit the thieves are stealing. Luke Duke, thank you, Johnny, for bringing that to light. If you can't get certain products, you don't go to that store. My point is, people that defend this shit act like, well, the insurance companies will pay for it. It's really a victimless crime. And it's like, no, it's not a victimless crime. It has repercussions. And that's why the store owners are doing this shit. And that's why it's happening. At any rate. Yeah, you know what? Fuck me, I'm a piece of shit. That's what I say. I'm a piece of shit. How do you feel about that? While on a fishing trip with her family in late July, Tampa Bay Mayor Jane Castor Jane Castor reeled in 70 pounds of cocaine. Really? Worth some $1.1 million. The seizure occurred on July 23rd. He said the drugs were discovered by a recreational boater in the Florida Keys. That recreational boater is now revealed to be Castor. Mayor Jane Castor is never off duty, the city of Tampa said. Dude, I mean, I bet she wishes she was. Who reports the whole thing like that on a fishing trip? Exactly. Who reports that? And dude, her name was Castor. I mean, that haul was beautiful. I wouldn't give that up. You need that thing, man. In this economy, you liquidate that into money and you turn that money into precious metals and you sit on it. Because it won't be a lot of precious metals. I mean, you'll get a fair amount of cash. The cash will turn into a amount of precious metals. You got some bars, you know, not insignificant, but definitely, and it keeps the sharks off the drugs. She was working on her casting, and trust me, her casting was working, dude. They are coming for you. I mean, I don't know. It's worth the risk. The mayor told the Tampa Bay Times the drugs were found in a package adrift in the Atlantic Ocean as she and her other family members were fishing for mahi-mahi from a boat. They were looking for mahi-mahi, but they found yayo, 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 come and we all do blow. Yay. We say yay, we say yay, we say yay, we say yayo. While their family members were perplexed by the package bobbing in the ocean, Castor, who spent 31 years in the Tampa Police Department, including as its first woman chief, well, keep on bragging, said she knew what it was. That's right, she whipped out a knife and she tasted it. It's pure Colombian. Yep. Hasn't even been stepped on yet. Street value of this shit is amazing. Yep, that's 100% pure. Don't even need to test it. I'll tell you right now. I've got a trained nose. The nose knows. Let's get the rest of those drugs and call the cops. All right, they hauled the package aboard their vessel. Castor marked the location on her watch before heading back to their rental property, as she called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, the mayor told the local newspaper. Border agents then took possession of the package, which contained 25 bricks of cocaine, according to the federal law enforcement agency. We appreciate the ongoing support from our boating community. Thanks to the efforts of this Good Samaritan, 70 pounds of cocaine are in federal custody and off our streets. Is it really off our streets? It's in federal custody, so I mean, it's probably at the White House right now. I just imagine news of this bust hits, and then literally, like, President Biden's in the White House and just, hell is that? The hell is that? Come in, goddammit. What is it? Dad? Hunter, not right now. I'm trying to deal with. I know this is a horrible Biden impersonation. Just go, Dad. They seized 70 bricks of cocaine off of Florida's coast. Great. Does it have something to do with Trump? Can we pin it on Trump? No. My point is, how much of it do I get? Hunter, you don't get any goddamn No. There were 70 bricks, Dad. I get at least one, right? Like, I get one. I'm the president's son, goddammit. Cocaine is not a protected species. No need to report the catch, says Atomic Ray. Luke Duke, oh yeah, it was headed to Mar-a-Lago. Honestly, I'd believe that story I would not believe it like that's the truth. I would fucking not be surprised if that story came out tomorrow. Well, the federal government, the FBI, believe that the cocaine they found drifting off of the coast of Florida was actually on its way to Mar-a-Lago. Does Donald Trump maybe have a secret drug cartel? And I'd say, sure, let's investigate that. But before we do, let's investigate a crime we knew about happening before. And that would be the Bidens selling their power and illegal financing Ukraine, China, the whole thing. The whole thing that we just know about. We're going to get into some of that stuff later, too. I should really quit dawdling, but we're doing a great time. We've gotten a little bit of funding in the show. $40 from overtime, I believe. And we'll check everything else. And then I got to check the tips thing. I don't know how I check the tips thing. I'm supposed to get notified about that. We'll figure it out. Alrighty, so let's go here, there, and everywhere. Do. So we're done with that story. This is the last one that I wanted to talk about today. Which one is this? Oh. So they had to change it. Okay. This story is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm even $10, no biggie, says Deb. Yeah, I'm sure it's there. I just have to validate it before I count it. Otherwise, I develop a bad habit of that. And like I said, there was supposed to be, I thought there was a, how do I not have the rest of the board thing that I had before? I had it in a different setup before, and it went back to the basic one, and now things are weird. Weird. Actually, there is a way I can check this. I bet it might not say it directly on the notification thing, but what if I go to the app? Oh, it wants me to log back in again. Logging you in. Yep. We'll do that. Log in. Log it in. Yeah, we just got it. There we go. We got the 10, and we'll use a little bit from, we'll say we had enough left over from the 2 before. So we'll count the 10 because it's only whatever. So we'll count the 10 on that. So we're down to 30. Thank you for pointing that out. And there we go. $30 on our goal. Feds be like, thank God they found our blow. The black community was getting low on crack. Jesus fallen. Luke Duke, $10 is a pound of ground beef. You might be right, and that is sad. That is sad, man. You know why $10 is a pound of ground beef? It's because we have a horrible economy with rampant inflation, and I would also like to say,
boy, are we in debt.
But hey, on to this last story so we can get into our second hour stuff. The Library of Congress is apologizing for not using the author's preferred pronouns while promoting her gay romance book about the son of the president and a British prince. Literally, the post from the Library of Congress. We deeply apologize to Casey McQuestion for using incorrect pronouns for them in our last post. Casey will be signing books after the conversation about red, white, and royal blue at the library on Tuesday evening. They had to apologize because they didn't use the right pronouns. And for those of you asking about this book, well, it's leading up to the release of the film adaptation on Amazon Prime for the best-selling novel Red, White, and Royal Blue. The library is hosting a conversation with author Casey McQuestion. And I guess they didn't call her they, and so then she got upset. They will be signing books at this event. Who will be? The actors in the movie or Casey McQuestion? McQuestion? I don't know. It's really confusing. It's really confusing because they could be a group of people. Oh, wow. Preferred. How many autographs do they sign? I'm guessing a lot, because I'm guessing there's going to be a huge turnout for people that support this author and what she's writing. And there's going to be a large amount of support for it. This author should be allowed to write that and support that. But the idea that they had to publicly apologize for not giving her enough. Again, how much attention do you need? Do you, as we get together again, you need to be offended that bad? You wrote a book about, no offense, kind of a dumb story in my opinion. Not because it's about two dudes, but because it's. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk on this one. Why is it always women that are obsessed with beautiful gay men being in couples together? And I mean, it doesn't matter if the women are straight or lesbian or bi or whatever, but particularly bisexual women love the idea of gay men just cuddling and frolicking and fucking. They really, really do. And I don't know if this is something gay men do or not. I have no idea if this is an accurate depiction of gay culture. I have no idea. But I do know that I have repeatedly over my life seen women obsessed with this, to the point of this lady who has to be identified as they are obsessed with this to the point where they had to write a story about prominent people in politics. And I'm sure there won't be any LGBTQ political crap stuffed into that, but whatever, moving on. They had to write a story about two dudes that got together. They had to write a man-on-man romance. They had to do it. And that got into not only being a bestseller, they got it to be a movie on Amazon. I mean, what more do you need? You're winning the game. So they didn't call you they on the post. You know what you do? You contact them and be like, hey, I would appreciate it if you would use my preferred pronouns. No need to issue an apology or a retraction. Just update the post, and as far as I'm concerned, it's good. But if that's too much of a thing, I'll be okay. They are trying to get spit roasted. No, dude. They're gonna solve all of our problems by getting us all up to the space station through docking. I'd like to talk about my foreign policy with my boyfriend. Yeah, the foreign policy is he sucks my dick. Ignat's saying, just get married. You can bitch anytime you want. Who are you saying needs to get married? The two guys or me? Because there's a step we missed on the me getting married thing, which is finding someone I'd be willing to tolerate. And I'll be honest, that's the biggest hurdle. Just so many of them aren't worth it. I mean, sure, they're hot and you can use them as a catcher's mitt for a while. But I mean, I'm just kind of like, do I want to bother? I could jerk off and order a pizza. for fun, like. And then I could get online and play some play some games with my friends, and we can all talk about how we're getting fucked over by the government, and how this guy's a douche, and that dude's gay. Like, it's just a great time. I don't need a lady brain. Breaking: Hospital Feinstein again after suffering fall. That's not breaking news, Welsh Salty. It was already in the roster in the second hour stuff, but thank you for pointing that out. We will be getting to that. Don't know if you mentioned this. Thought it was funny. Oh, yeah. We have not mentioned it yet. Did think it was funny. Will be covering it. And let's drop the audio for just a second while we pull up our second hour stories. First, clearing out the first hour stories because we got all of those done. Thank you so much for being part of the show, whether you're watching on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. Very, very. I gotta say, I like the growth I'm seeing on the Rumble. Really like the growth we're seeing on the Rumble, catching up to the overall viewership of the other two platforms, and hoping to have by next week, balls crossed, adding the X or Twitter platform to the whole thing. Hopefully we'll have that. So thank you very much, everybody. Let's get over to this, and then. So yes, actually, that's the first thing. We're going to talk about Dianne Feinstein right away, so we'll get to that next. We're going to talk about Target hit with shareholder lawsuit amid the Pride backlash. We've got NCAA swimmers Paula Scantily and Riley Gaines blasting hateful protesters. So this will be fun. And we got an article about the cocaine in the White House, and then a really, really weird story that you are not going to believe about Sam Bankman-Fried's brother. And the audio's good. Yes, we did it. Alrighty, so let's get Welsh Salty is just fucking itching to talk about the Dianne Feinstein thing, so we'll get it. Oh, Johnny, I know how to get you into the next stem cell program. If they deny you, claim you're gay, I'll pose as your side piece. I appreciate the support, Lab Glass. And maybe it's a stupid standard or detrimental thing to, but is it worth it then? If I have to publicly, before God and everyone, say I am gay, maybe I just don't need to be here anymore. Oh God, even I'm having fun. Like, I'm doing a bit like, come on, man, you wouldn't just say, hey, do it. Do it. What if they made you suck a dick? Would you go? All right, we will give you the stem cell treatment, but it's administered through his cum. You have to clip it. He admitted it. I did not admit it. Do not clip it. I admitted nothing. That was a thought exercise. That was an impersonation. That was a scenario being acted out. I did not admit to anything. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. Let's check our overview analytics for today to see where we're at. That hurts as a number to see. That hurts to see. Oh. That hurts. That hurts. Just remember, it's diversified now. It's diversified. It's not all in one place. It's just not all in one place. Alrighty. So that's there. So that's $15. So we can take another 15 off of the goal for what we've made today already. So today's goal is now at $15. Let's go ahead and do one more link of the PayPal, Twitch, and all of that. Control C and Control V. Control V. Thank you so much for the support. That's how we keep this thing going. Control V. Boom. So Pretty sure we're going to nail it today. Pretty sure we're going to get that out. That's a very meetable goal. Not going to worry about nailing on that. So pretty sure we've got another 2 hours of show, and we should get into the Dianne Feinstein stuff because again, apparently nobody just wants to. Grandma shouldn't be in politics, all right? I mean, it looks bad on every angle, except for the lady on the left. I'm going to be honest. What's up, lady? How you doing? Hey, she's got brown eyes. There's the brown eyes I'm looking for, Lab Glass. Those brown eyes. Why is this? God damn it. Get your stupid thing off of here. Oh,
NBC's Julie Sirkin on the Hill for us. What can you tell us, Julie?
Yeah, there was a scare. We were trying to report.
Now to breaking news on Capitol Hill this morning on California Senator Dianne Feinstein's health. Let's get right to NBC's Julie Sirkin on the Hill for us. What can you tell us, Julie?
Yeah, there was a scare. We were.
I like how MSNBC shows a picture of her standing and walking like that's actually something she still does now. That was an old stock photo. Grandma's getting wheeled everywhere.
Trying to report this out all morning. Her team telling us that the senator suffered from a fall yesterday afternoon. She went to the hospital to have some tests done.
I'm not sure if those eyelashes of yours are real or not, but whatever you've done or caked onto them is a problem because you can't stop blinking, Julie, and it's gonna be a problem for you. Just fucking accept the. I'm sorry, but it's a fake thing that you're doing right now, and the Morse code, like you're trying to get a secret message out, like the news agency is treating me very well. I am very happy to be here. Like no, you just stop it with the flutter eyes, okay? And I'm sorry, but I think that it's because of the makeup.
Fall yesterday afternoon. She went to the hospital to have some tests done and was released soon after. Let me read you that full statement because, of course, a spotlight has been on the senator's health for some time now. She is 90 years old. A spokesperson telling NBC News, quote, Senator Feinstein briefly went to the hospital yesterday afternoon as a precaution after a minor fall in her home. All of her scans were clear and she returned home. Now, obviously, lawmakers are on an extended recess. But again, after we saw there was questions swirling around Feinstein even before she left, after in committee she was unable to answer certain questions properly. She didn't understand fully what was going on. Of course, we also were monitoring the health of Leader McConnell as well. But this all comes down to Senator Feinstein, of course, and her political future. She has said that she will not end her term early. She will serve it through 2025. She does have plans to retire, and there are 3 Democrats in the running to succeed her potentially in California. But again, as Senator Feinstein continues to have these moments, we will, of course, pay very close attention to the age of lawmakers up here. She is 90 years old now and was out for some time earlier this year after complications from shingles, Anna.
No, I'm tired of this. I'm not going to retire. You don't get to stay here anymore. 90, says Welsh Salty. Yeah, bitch is 90, all right? Get grandma out of government, okay? I don't care if she's gonna. I'm determined to serve out my term for the people who voted for me. The people who voted for you? No offense, lady, but you were elected in California, and that state is so liberal, I'm pretty sold on the idea it's crooked, all right? I'm pretty sure that California is crooked top to bottom, and it's largely owned by Soros. Was fill some holes. Shingles my ass. Dude, I don't know where she got the shingles, but shingles is some serious shit, but it's also something that really only affects elderly people. It shouldn't be something our politicians are dealing with because you should be aged out of politics before you have to be excused for severe case of shingles. Again, the 90-year-old should not be in politics. How effed up is this that we're begrudgingly watching 60 or we're watching like 70 and almost 80-year-old people rejoining the workforce because they can't enjoy their golden years and their luxury, sunset days. And yet at the same time, we're seeing completely inept, incapable, just bag of bones grandpa people in government. And we're like, dude, just stop. Just get out. No, I'm going to stay. And I will continue to serve my term as the, Yeah, I'm done. Myrtle. Fucking Myrtle the turtle. God damn it. Thank you very much, Wilmer Autotech, for the burp sticker and the 100 bits. I really had trouble. I almost lost it on the burp sticker holding the dead paws. It's Michael Jackson. I mean, I will say Feinstein does look like Michael Jackson.
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
The 100-year-old I met looked great compared to Feinstein. Right? Well, Salty? Oh, man. The 100-year-old lady I met was a real looker, and I know that because it was a corpse and I plumbed her. That's a joke. Don't clip that. Didn't even wait. I immediately went, that's a joke. Don't clip that. I wasn't going to give the pause. Not even, no. I knew what I was saying. Because I'm smart. I'm not dumb. Not like everyone says. I'm smart. I can do things. All right. No, I'm going to stay. Miss. I know. And hey, the only one who's paying for it is the American people. So hooray for that. Alrighty. Target is being hit with a shareholder lawsuit after the Pride backlash has damaged the stock price. Management only cared whether its leftist stakeholders were satisfied, America First Legal said. I mean, leftist stakeholders.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai, you...
I hate that they put videos up here that are listed as muted and they're not muted. And it's an ad in the corner. Again, Fox News, how bad is it that you are asking for money to this extent? All right, so American First Legal, AFL, on Tuesday filed a shareholder lawsuit against Target in response to the retailer's Pride merchandise that resulted in significant backlash, boycotts, and a drop in stock price. Target locations across the country famously stunned customers in May when massive June Pride Month displays were unveiled, featuring everything from female-style swimsuits that can be used to tuck male genitalia to mugs that said gender fluid. The polarizing Pride merchandise also included onesies and rompers for newborn babies, a variety of adult clothing with slogans such as super queer, party supplies, home decor, multiple books, and a grow at your own pace saucer planter. Many customers were outraged, and boycotts caused a variety of banks to downgrade Target's stock. Target's market value was over $74 billion before the Pride displays made national news. As tracked by Dow Jones Market Data Group, as of Wednesday, Target is valued at $6.3 billion. So you've only lost $13.7 billion. Is that so bad? AFL, along with co-counsel Boyden Gray, PLLC, and Lawson Huck Gonzalez, PLLC, filed the lawsuit against Target and its board of directors on behalf of Brian Craig, a Target shareholder, for betraying Target's customers and shareholders with misleading representations about its environmental, social, and governance, ESG, and diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI mandates, and for causing Target shareholders to lose billions of dollars. AFL indicated that Target's 2022 and 2023 proxy statements assured shareholders and investors that the board was monitoring for social and political issues and risks arising from the company's ESG and DEI mandates. However, management only cared whether its leftist stakeholders were satisfied, disregarding the possibility that its consumers and shareholders might feel differently. Thus, in May of 2023, Target embraced the yeah. We covered that already. Target's management has misled investors, assuring them that the corporation oversees social and political issues and risks to protect shareholders, when behind closed doors it works for its extremist hard-left stakeholders. So these are right-wing people that are filing this, but they're filing it under a grievance of a loss of money. I'm just going to laugh. Hence the title of the show. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. Don't fucking pick a dog or a pony in the race for the LGBT. F8 Johnny for doing that imitation. Thank you, Riding Dirty Llama. But yeah, don't jump in on the fucking, like, I get it, you're pandering and you want to make a quick buck, but it's just gross at this point, especially with a movement that's entirely about talking. Like, look, I don't have a problem with LGBTQ people. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with having to flaunt your sexuality in public in people's face. That's all I have a problem with. Keep it to yourself, all right? Keep it to yourself. Be an adult. Who you want to bone is your business. Both of you need to be consenting adults, and it needs to be more of a closed-door thing, because that's just society, all right? You wanted to be part of society, you are. You wanted to be part of society and love who you want to love, you can. But that also comes with the social contract of behaving like the rest of us in terms of in public, and not being like, I'm gay and I got to rub it in your face. Like, and so for the stores that pander to this shit, you can't be surprised when this backlash happens. Of course there's going to be a lawsuit. If nothing else, because they've lost money and there's blood in the water and they smell a chance to get some sort of support or money out of it. I'm very proud of my boomer dad who never stopped working, not because he needed to work for money. He just wasn't the sort to grow moss. That man will move till the last day. I find it admirable. That is admirable, Thorne. I have a similar plan for an entirely different masochistic reason, but I mean technically overall, if you look at it in the squint, same thing. Rusty Grammar, you are tolerant, LOL. I'm not tolerant. I'm just saying, if you want to, if you and your buddy are consenting adults and you want to ream each other in the butthole, or you and your friends want to jam a clam all night long, that's your business. It's not my business. But when you want to have a float for an entire month and parades for an entire month to celebrate the fact that you choose to jam the clam or stovepipe your friend, that's where I'm like, but that's gross. Alrighty. Click my link, dirtbag, says Fallen. I really don't want to click this link, if I'm honest. He says click my link. But as I click the link, and you know what? I'm not going to hit play on it yet. But as I click the link, and this is what I see. This is what I see. This is what I get. This is what you sent me this. You sent me this. This piece of spicy hot garbage. I bet this is going to make me look incredibly great. The old lady I met was a real looker, and I know that because it was a corpse, and I plumped. The old lady I met was a real looker, and I know that because it was a corpse, and I plumped. Your old lady. You really tried. You really tried. I'll give you that. You really tried. I got to start working on talking deeper. I'm too nasally, apparently. You really, really tried. Wow. Johnny the Necro. Actually, no, we don't have any admission of that. We just said that the lady I met was a real looker, and I know that because she was a corpse. I was also doing kind of a voice there, but, you know, it never mentioned anything. Never mentioned anything. Oh, wow. All right, so again, of course they're going to sue. They've lost money, and they didn't want to wade into it. And that's all you had to do. You could have had your Pride displays and your Pride merchandise. Just don't make a big thing of it. Don't front and center it. Just, you know, keep it in the stores. Maybe don't go so hard with some of the merchandise. I don't know. Alrighty, let's get to this story that I wanted to cover because we're almost into the third hour and we haven't finished up this stuff. Weird, they invest to make money. Yeah, it's almost like when you tank your share price because you're applying a social agenda to your store. The people who were there to make money that don't support that social agenda, whether or not they have anything against it, they just don't support it to the point where they're willing to lose money. They get upset. It's strange. All right, so a large group of demonstrators gathered outside the Texas Women's University in Denton earlier this week to protest Governor Greg Abbott's ceremonial signing of the Save Women's Sports Act. I love that name. It really doesn't mess around. It cuts right to what they're doing. Save Women's Sports Act. Again, the trans community that's very, very upset about this. Explain to me how that's incorrect. Because again, you don't want to think about this without you being the center of it, but you could still compete against men, and just identify as a chick. Have or don't have your weenus. Take steroid blockers or don't. But the women who, quite frankly, like, what, are they going to get to start roiding up? Are you okay with that? They get to take testosterone boosters? Alrighty. And even then, that wouldn't be the same. They don't have a frame built for it. They didn't grow up on it. And then, that's why we need to transition as kids. That's, again, a dangerous slope because, again, what if it's a phase and you're going to make a permanent life decision over that? No offense, but I feel like if you make a permanent life decision thing over a phase, that's just setting you up for failure. A large demonstration, like I said, while some in attendance were subjected to objects and vulgarities being hurled at them. Objects and vulgarities. In other words, they were thrown death threats and probably actual trash. Alrighty. Former NCAA Division I swimmer Paula Scanlon is hopeful that their message is still heard above all else. Dude, Paula Scanlon is hot. Holy shit. That's Paula Scanlon? Damn. University of Pennsylvania swimmer is testifying during the House Judiciary Committee hearing titled The Dangers and Due Process Violations of Gender-Affirming Care for Children. Oh, wow, that's a different thing altogether. It's really important that everyone remembers that it's for the next generation that needs to be protected. Scanlon, a former member of the University of Pennsylvania swim team, and Riley Gaines, 12-time NCAA all-time American swimmer, spoke to Fox and Friends on Wednesday about the protests that erupted following Monday's ceremonial signing, which was previously signed into law in June. It's nothing we haven't experienced before, to be honest, Gaines says. There are protesters who are These are protesters who are the most hateful, vengeful, violent, really soulless people, and they do it in the name of love. They do it in the name of inclusion and tolerance and acceptance and all of those things, but that's not what we experienced. We experienced vitriol. Right. And the women that get the shit beat out of them just in the sports, let alone with what else might happen, they don't experience any acceptance, tolerance, or inclusion. They experience exclusion because they don't get to object. It's ridiculous. All right, but let's mute this for a second because they're going to do an ad. An American icon, classic Clinton. Remember him when he was in Curly's Gold? All right, let's pause this for a second so I need the audio thing.
Signed the Save Women's Sports Act in a ceremony with former NCAA.
There we go.
It was supposed to be a victorious day for advocates of female athletes as Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed the Save Women's Sports Act in a ceremony with former NCAA swimmers Riley Gaines and Paula Scanlon. But it quickly turned chaotic as the two faced cursing and spitting on and more, much more, by the far-left protesters who were disrupting the event outside. Riley and Paula both join us now. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Again. Yes and yes. Yes and yes.
Good morning. All right, so what did y'all experience? Riley, I'll start with you.
It's nothing that we haven't experienced before, to be honest. These were protesters who are the most hateful, vengeful, violent, really soulless people, and they do it in the name of love. They do it in the name of inclusion and tolerance and acceptance and all of those things. But that is not what we experience. We experience vitriol. These protesters, they were spitting, they were pouring water, they were, throwing glass bottles, cursing. It's incredibly just disheartening, really.
Yeah, and Paula,
I don't mean to make this about me, but ma'am, if you're going to go out there and advocate for LGBTQ stuff, don't wear a Goosebumps shirt. I don't want to have to look into Goosebumps and see if Goosebumps is super LGBTQ friendly. I just know that I grew up reading Goosebumps, and I loved Goosebumps. Don't bring them into this. Leave R.L. Stine out of this, all right? This is shameful. I mean, one, that shirt is entirely too tight for you. But I get it, the moo-moo's not really a look anyone loves. But do not sully Goosebumps with this public performance. Wear that shirt in your private time. Don't link that to this. How dare you? I'm trying to have a serious moment about this serious story, and you have completely sidetracked me because now I'm thinking about all the great Goosebumps stories I love, and I really don't want to find out that it's got some. No, I'm looking forward to Ivy reading Goosebumps. Talk about the one with the masks or the werewolf thing. Like, dude, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Just leave my Goosebumps alone. Thorne saying, Johnny, what size would you say that Goosebumps shirt is? I'm going to say a solid 3X. I'm going to put it on 3X. By the way, my shirts will be coming in hopefully tomorrow. I have some 3X, I think some 4X, and we're going to have obviously some large and a small, I think, and a couple mediums. One small that I ordered like 2 smalls. One small goes directly to my daughter immediately out of the gate. Or wrong button. So that's the way we're doing that. Fallen the Great saying, R.L. Scholastic Books have been editing Goosebumps against the wishes of R.L. Stine. You better find original printings. You're goddamn right, Fallen. Thank you for that information. I am I am literally I'm
It doesn't work for me.
What doesn't?
I gotta have more cowbell.
Thank you, whoever, Big Bird Bob 1. Thank you for following the channel. Johnny has one big goosebump. Well, it's bulky, but I consider it Carry On. Quote that movie. Who do you think R.L. Stine voted for? I don't know who R.L. Stine voted for, and I don't care. I don't care what R.L. Stine believes politically, personally. If that doesn't come over into the books, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. He can love Joe Biden. If the books are good and he doesn't put that shit in the books, I can overlook it because I don't have to pay attention to what R.L. Stine does in the rest of R.L. Stine's life. But again, the books, nah. Thorne, I gotta have more cowbell. A lot of people need more cowbell. The cowbell is reserved for resubs and subbing up and gift subscriptions. That's where we bust out the cowbell. The cowbell is a two-sided weapon. The more I ring it, the more excited my daughter gets. And then the second this show is over, that little lady thunderfoots all the way down here and demands to play with the cowbell and the harmonica and my guitar. It ends up, she wants us to put on a show. I think she wants the family to be the Jackson 5, but there is not enough of us to do the Jackson 5 because her grandmother is an old lady. Her mom is not the biggest public performer, and I'm breaking. So, like, 3 of the 4 are not ideal, and then we're still one shy of the 5. So I don't know what she's aiming for, but she wants something, and that'll be fun. Guitar, play us a song, Johnny. Mikey, I do not feel good enough about my guitar skills currently. I'm getting my fingers back, and I'm working on getting my guitar skills up. I was hoping to do something for the anniversary show, but I'm not confident enough for that. But I'll tell you this, Mikey, if you ever have a spare time off air, whatever, I'd love to hang out and maybe do some lesson jamming, whatever. I'm always down to learn. You better find I'm getting that. I'm getting on that original printings of Goosebumps. That's on a thing. Oh, that's right. I was going to literally text Ivy's mom about that right now. I am actually going to torpedo my show and text Ivy's mother that we need to work on getting original printings of Goosebumps. She probably has a shit ton of them, honestly. That's the one beautiful thing. Ivy's mom has a book collection, so she might... printings of Goosebumps. Boop. All right, there we go. Message sent. Play is a song, Mr. Crippleman. I think you mean play us a song, Mr. Crippleman, but I, again, no on that. Me being musical is... I love music, and I'm not comfortable performing, especially on a recorded medium. So that's going to take some time. We'll work on getting there. Help you knock the dust off the skills. Here's what it is, Mikey. I have a lot of skills in 4-string orchestral instruments. I have no skills in a 6-string acoustic guitar. There is some that I can carry over, and I have been fucking around with it. So we'll figure out what we have, including this ad that can kiss my dick. I don't even think that was the story we were on. Oh, we were on this, and they were talking about that, and they fast-forwarded us because it's Fox, and they suck a wanker.
Well, it was supposed to be a victorious day for advocates of female athletes. As Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed. Good morning, ladies.
But again, these ladies get this horrible shit thrown at them for, again, expressing the wish to have a fair sport. They're not saying that people can't be trans and we need to stop trans people. They're saying trans people have an unfair advantage in the female trans people in women's sports thing, and they simply want to have... They can't change their gender and be more competitive, but nor should they have to. And this weird idea that it's hateful to ask the trans community to be respectful of your identity and how you choose to identify has some very real effects on the world that you need to understand. It just, again, all we're asking for is the human decency of you treat people as you wish to be treated. Understand how unfair this feels for them. But I identify me.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so what did y'all experience? Raleigh, I'll start with you.
It's nothing that we haven't experienced before, to be honest. These were protesters who are the most hateful, vengeful, violent, really soulless people, and they do it in the name of love. They do it in the name of inclusion and tolerance and acceptance and all of those things. But that is not what we experience. We experience vitriol. These protesters, they were spitting, they were pouring water, they were, throwing glass bottles, cursing. It's incredibly disheartening, really.
Yeah, and Paula, some of the signs, if you read some of them, one of them said, Greg Abbott hates women. It's not about that, right? It's just about fairness. It's not that you don't support anyone's decision, or you probably don't want to get into the politics. You just want it to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. And I was very interested to see some of these signs had nothing to do with sports at all. It was almost like they didn't even know why they were there.
Yeah, because again, the movement isn't about fair protest. The movement is about protesting dissension. That's the thing. They're protesting dissension, which is the problem. The movement is about protesting dissension. They're not they don't care about women's equality. They don't care about equality. They just simply want to silence all dissension. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. All right, Tag, I'm sorry. I got to have you get up. I love being on steroid treatments. All right, the groundwork is done. The rest is details. Well, Mikey, like I said, I'm open to hanging out sometime. Either message me on Discord or in Twitch or something. We'll get some phone numbers or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll see what we can do, and we'll get something done. And let's get back to this video.
And I found a lot of the signs just crazy. There were people screaming. There were children that were being cursed at, which I thought was just not acceptable.
Super inclusive.
To curse at children in front of their families is just really not okay, and it doesn't help
were their children
prove their
there?
point.
Were they young athletes?
Yeah, there were 3 young girls that were there at the signing, and when they exited, they were met with being cursed at by these protesters.
Okay, now Riley, y'all didn't expect this for your futures, but you're running with it. You're standing up for women's sports, and Riley, you just launched the Riley Gaines Center at the Leadership Institute. Tell us about it.
Yes, I am so excited. This is essentially like a home base, right? We want to create a coalition of athletes and parents and coaches and other allies who want to join in the fight and do something about this. We need to say enough is
But can
enough.
I buy a mug?
Silent majority.
Can I buy a mug?
Now. That's how we've gotten to the point we're at, is because we've been quiet for too long. And so the center, through the Leadership Institute, we will be having training sessions. We will be coaching school boards, putting conservative speakers on college campuses, which is really important. We need to engage.
Putting conservative speakers on college campuses. That's weird. Like, I hate that we have to put a political thing on it. Do we have to put a political lean on it? Putting conservative... Can we just say, just putting open-minded? Do we have to say that it's specifically... Like, I get the left pushes this stuff. Rusty Grammar. Yes! I know that's what you need, Rusty Grammar. But I'm saying we as a society need to stop saying that this is a left or a right issue. This is a human rights issue. And that's what the left, if you want to call them that, that's what the left have been calling it. This is a human rights issue. Trans rights are human rights. Yeah, but since when does your rights have the ability to impede on other humans' rights? And when it comes to sports, that's what that is. Your rights to compete in those sports have a tendency to infringe on the rights of actual women it seems weird.
Younger people, especially both Paula and I, we both just came from college universities. It's essentially criminal if you're a conservative.
Yeah.
We want to take back the public square.
Paula, you also UPenn swimmer. Tell us about how this has affected your life. Has it been worth it?
It's definitely changed the course of my life.
I'm gonna drop the
I
chat
studied
box
engineering
for a
in
second.
college. I was working as a
Oh,
project
I didn't
manager,
need to. They
but
put it back
here
up
I am
there.
now working on this stuff full time. I never would have expected I would be giving speeches, and that's certainly not something I studied in college. But it is worth it because it's not about me. It's not about Riley. It's really important that we stand up for young girls who don't have a voice yet, and that if we can prevent young girls from going through what we went through, then it's worth it.
I really like this chick. I'm just gonna say it. I don't need to say why. I think I really like this chick. She just graduated college, right? 20. That's 24. That's not weird, right? That's okay. I mean, young. And I'm not like, hey, hook me up or anything. But I'm just saying, right? Like that. Make baseball great again, like hockey, says Thorne. Johnny, did you see this? Says Thorne. We'll look into that in a minute. Let's let this lady finish before Fox skips us into another story.
If they don't have to even know that men can become women on their sports teams, then we've succeeded. So that's who we're doing this for, and it's really important that everybody remembers that it's for the next generation that needs to be protected.
All right, well, I admire both of you. Being a college athlete is not easy, so congratulations on all your success.
Being a college athlete is not easy. Oh, wow. Again, the problem is it's the peace, love, and respect us group that has no wish for other people's lifestyles, life choices, or anything to be. They don't have to. They just want to get. They don't want to give. That's a problem. The Tommy Gun Show saying, the issue is that people have to realize that not everyone can do everything. Hashtag know your role. I mean, you're kind of right on that. It's not that I don't even agree with that. It's not that you can't transition into a lady. I just think it needs to be done at the right time, and it needs to be met with the right medical routine about doing it. I still don't think it's the right solution, but I have my own personal medical history that I base that opinion off of. But overall, competing against women, you expect Fortune 500 CEOs to do McDonald's. You can't expect a Fortune 500 CEO to do McDonald's. I don't know what we're talking about, the Tommy Gun Show. I mean, you can't expect a Fortune 500 CEO to work base level at McDonald's, but all right, Mr. Q, let's address this. I'm worried about people like you, Johnny, who have young girls. It's hard to think about all the rights they are losing. I can imagine I think you mean can't. I can't imagine having a daughter getting dunked on in a high school basketball game. That's what I meant. All right. Well, here's what I'm saying about that. I also don't want my daughter getting dunked on in a basketball game. She's more likely to be a swimmer. I will say this based on her father's and her mother's genealogy and how much of it she has exuded already. My daughter will not be your average woman. My daughter is probably going to be a very tall, very large, Amazon woman. And if she's in amazing shape, she would put men to shame, probably. So I view my daughter as possibly being to hold her own because she is going to be the exception to the rule, just off of what I've seen. Crowd only loves those that are on their side. On the flip side, they were given many rights they didn't have, 20 years ago, it's never been enough. They just demand more and more until this current circus came to fruition. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. That's definitely a part of it. But it's a shame that that's where we're at, man. That, again, the dissension gets met with people blindly protesting. They don't know why they're protesting. They just know you're dissenting from their belief structures, opinions, without asking any questions. I hate the blind following. I'm a hardcore believer in this. You're not allowed to disagree. Brr. And you don't realize how you look when you protest and behave that way. Let me tell you, I never see any of these people protesting for this stuff. I never see any of them think, you know what? They're raising a reasonable argument and they're conducting themselves in a way that really makes me think, do I need to do some introspection and some reflection? Because they did say, F you, you horrible breeder. Like, I don't know what they say at these things. I don't watch them because they get so angry and so belligerent and they start shouting and yelling that it gets me angry. And I don't need that. I don't need it. I'm trying to maintain my zen. You know what? And if I'm wrong, show me the kumbaya peaceful protest part of that rally. I'd love to see those clips. Universal reality will bring these things in line. Otherwise, nature, far more brutal, will. I would like to see the least brutal option. I am a fan of peaceful transitions. I don't like violence. I don't like people calling for violence on things. But I understand that if a small group of people parades over a larger group of people and does not ever relent, backlash is a thing, as we've seen. As Target's well aware. Alrighty, so this is we've got another Joe Biden moment. Our old buddy Joe. Our old buddy Joe. He made a gaffe recently talking about the Grand Canyon. So in an effort to correct that, I guess, he did this. Like, I'm going to pretend that this is deliberate because that's the only way I can take this guy being in office. This is deliberate to keep us all something. I don't know what. Joe, what are you doing?
Are you prepared to declare a national emergency with respect to climate change?
We've already done that. We've conserved more land. We've rejoined the Paris Climate Accord. We've passed a $368 billion climate control facility. We're moving. It is the existential threat to humanity.
So you've already declared that national emergency?
Well, in the practice, you got a bug on it.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. So you've already declared that national emergency?
Practically speaking, yes.
Yeah. Are you prepared to declare a national...
Practically speaking, yes. Here's why I don't want them to declare a national emergency on the climate. Hashtag rare mood. What? The Tommy Gun Show rare mood. Is Biden talking about his wife again? All right. But here, in practice, here's the problem I have. Your practice is doing all the stuff you've always wanted to do. Look, I don't know if there's an emergency crisis. I don't know if the climate is in dire straits. And I don't think it's entirely man-made if it is. I think there's way too many things that we don't know about it, and there's way too much science that isn't allowed to be talked about because when it doesn't go along with the climate crisis narrative, it's automatically ostracized. Okay, we don't have enough facts on this, and your actions are... I'm sorry, I don't see how we cool down the planet by switching everyone to electric stoves and everyone to electric cars that we can't afford, but are all entirely powered by coal plants. It doesn't make sense. It
emergency
doesn't.
With respect to climate change?
We've already done that.
All right.
We've conserved more land. We've moved into...
We've conserved more land. Oh, and by the way, you've also tried to approve a whole bunch of oil drilling in Alaska. You're doing a lot of really two-faced shit for the environment being so bad. It's an excuse to push your agenda. Ugh. And you've got a bug on you. I don't mean to reach for your tits, but you've got a bug on you. I think it's deliberate, though, because according to a report, cocaine found in the White House belongs to someone in the Biden family orbit, and Joe knows who it is. Well, that has to mean Jill, right? Joe knows who it is. It has to mean Jill. Dad, can I have my Coke back? God damn it, Hunter. I just want my Coke back, Dad. I just need my Coke back, Dad. Biden pervertus unwef NATO shill. UNWEF NATO shill, says Rusty Grammar. Look, I absolutely agree that Biden is a very
fuck off
kind of a person. Thank you, Tommy Gun Show. But I don't know if I know about all that. I know, Rusty Grammar, you very much you carry a lot of water for one side of the fence, and I haven't had a situation where I've really gone after that side of the fence. But I hope you can at least be as critical about those in your camp as you are about those outside of it. I see nothing. Nothing? If I claim the White House Coke is mine, can I get it back? Dad, if I just say it's mine, can I have it back? I like my Hunter Biden impersonation. Soldier of Fortune publisher Suzanne Katz Keaton made the shocking claim, citing 3 security sources in a report published Sunday, even texting a number linked to President Biden in a bid to sniff out the culprit. According to Keating, while the Secret Service publicly announced in July 13th that they had closed the investigation without identifying a suspect due to a lack of evidence, authorities were able to follow enough clues to come up with a name, and they were confident enough in their detective work to inform the commander-in-chief. If you want the name, ask Joe Biden, one source told Keating. He knows who it is. A second source told Keating that Biden not only knows who it is, but the culprit is also someone in the Biden family orbit. So not necessarily family, but someone close to the Bidens. Joe. Just say it's Hunter's. Oh, shit. I think I missed it. I've been waiting months to launch the Screamer. Did I not have the audio up when you did the Screamer? Did you do the Screamer? I didn't. The Tommy Gun Show redeemed the alert. And, yeah, I don't know. I hate both sides, one for being globalist anti-Americans, the other side you can claim to be mine for being too pussy to do anything about it. The list is too long to post here. I understand, Rusty Grammar. I think, as I would like to say, we've come to terms. It's a beautiful thing. I'd say we have a mutual understanding, if perhaps slightly different overall things. High school girls hockey with trans dudes sounds terrible. Mr. Q, if that would be a thing, I would not allow my daughter to participate in hockey. Even my daughter. Like, no, you ain't competing against guys in a contact sport. But yeah, Fine, fucker, then play Happy Birthday, you armpit. I don't know what Fallen's thing is. Is he on more drugs than me? Ooh, I am running out of water. And we have, I think, because we're like $15 away, so we'll have to double check with things that have come in. Nothing on that end, so. But we're hopefully $15 away from that overtime. I did not do it yet. It will be well planned, and I shall redeem it when I can most enjoy your epic fear and jump. Well, hey, it's good to have goals. All right. Okay, so there's someone up there. Hey, fellers subscribed on the YouTube. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. If we can get that subscription number up, I think we can get monetized. That would be beautiful. Again, it's a small goal that the show runs on. And if we're ever fully funded the day beforehand, one part of my show prep will be grabbing Humpty's heavy ass and rolling him in here. So we'll be doing that. Humpty the egg chair will be brought back on a limited basis. All right, let's get back into the next story here. The report hasn't been confirmed, but the Secret Service is completely denying it, but it sounds so on brand for the Biden family. Yeah, it does sound on brand for the Biden family. The family that is adamantly, thank you, the family that's adamantly avoiding going to jail and answering for crimes, but also simultaneously weaponizing the FBI to try and persecute, criminalize, and otherwise prevent their main political rival from running. Because, you know, he can't run on his record for the past 8 years. I mean, 4. Well, I mean, if you consider the prep work he did under the Obama administration, 8. This last story from the second hour, because we have an hour left in the show. This one's fucking hilarious. So, as many of you may know, Johnny's positive energy is feeding my spew bullshit tank. Good show. Hey, K Fallen, or not Fallen the Great. I'm glad that it's helping you out, man. That's what it's for. Alrighty, so y'all remember Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Like, horrible person, horrible human being, complete scum of the earth who is absolutely going to pay for all of his crimes because he was in no way a government shill set up to tank the crypto market in the name of old school money and political corporate interest. Right. Not a thing at all. Not a thing at all. Why even talk about it? We're not gonna. We're going to talk about instead his brother, who was part of the FTX situation, but not really directly involved. As long as the slogan isn't build back, you know, the thing. Build back better? No. Thorne, they went with an even better slogan. The Joe Biden campaign slogan, and I will double check to make sure I'm not wrong. I believe the Joe Biden campaign slogan is finish the job. Finish the job. Finish the job. Right. Horrible recession. Crippling effing rate hikes, and overall just bad news on the home front. And we're shipping more and more money unchecked, unfettered to your personal friends in the Ukraine. We're bending over more and more about handing over mineral, water, and resource rights to Chinese companies in this country, Joe Biden. Yeah, finish the job. You mean what? Burying the country? What job are you trying to finish? I'm saying this as someone who has some incredibly masochistic views. That sounds like a suicide warning. Hey, I'm going to finish the job. What do you mean? I mean, I can't wait for next week. Like, that's a bad thing. Finish the... You know what? We haven't gotten into this story yet, so before we do, Biden 2024 campaign slogan. Presidential logos and slogans. Oh, wait. Finish the job. Biden-Harris 2024. Let's finish the job. Get it? Because they're not done torpedoing the country yet. They want to finish the... I mean, is it tone deaf, or are they just rubbing it in our faces at this point? Which is it? I'm honestly curious. Let's finish the job. All right, I've got to get off of this because I can't focus on that. I've got something to talk about Kamala Harris in the third hour, and I have to remind myself I can't waste time on this. We got to keep this show going. We got to keep it hot, keep it spicy, make that huge $15 goal to get our overtime. Because guys,
boy, are we in debt.
I mean, as a country, we all got to do our part. All right, so Gabe Bankman-Fried, as I was trying to get to earlier, Gabe Bankman-Fried, the lesser-known Bankman-Fried, Sam Bankman-Fried's brother. Gabe Bankman-Fried, Sam Bankman-Fried's brother, allegedly tried to buy the Pacific island of Nauru to create a new super species of genetically enhanced humans. Sam Bankman-Fried's younger brother, who was the top lobbyist for FTX, the failed crypto exchange, considered purchasing the island nation of Nauru in the Pacific to create a fortified apocalypse bunker state, a lawsuit filed in Delaware bankruptcy court shows. Gabe Bankman-Fried was looking at buying Nauru in the event where 50 to 99% of people die to protect his philanthropic allies and create a genetically enhanced human species, according to the suit filed Thursday by attorneys from Sullivan and Cromwell, which is seeking to recover billions of dollars following the collapse of FTX. Hey, how about you go talk to the Democratic Party? Ugh. Here's the worst part. These Chudley people, I don't know, is this both of them? This looks like Sam only. This looks like Sam. I swear it's Sam. Is that you, Sam? It still looks like Sam. I think those are both Sam. At any rate, the idea that guy is going to be part of creating some sort of superhuman species. You look subhuman. All right, so Gabe Bankman-Fried was FTX's most visible presence in Washington, D.C., and was connected to bipartisan charitable donations that ran into hundreds of millions. Along with unnamed philanthropic officer of FTX, he considered buying Nauru in part to foster sensible regulation around human genetic enhancement and to build a lab there. Thank you, whoever farted. That I needed that to take me out of this. I swear I saw this movie, saw this in a plot. This It's got to be. Never mind. I'm not wrong. This is apparently literally the plot of a movie. I normally don't do movie clips, but apparently this is the literal plot of Moonraker. I wasn't wrong. I did remember it from a movie.
Inevitability of an unloved season.
I didn't think there were any seasons in space.
As far as you're concerned, only winter. And the treacherous Dr. Goodhead. Despite your efforts, my finely wrought dream approaches its fulfillment.
Your dream, whatever sort of nightmare it is, has no chance, Drake.
Again, with what's going on lately, the coronavirus stuff, I'm weirded out that this is happening. I'm not surprised. That's the thing. I am not surprised. I like my old vehicles. I can fix myself. Never thought about. I've never bought a vehicle to a shop or brought a vehicle to a shop before, and don't plan it. I also enjoy modifying my home that has character over a cookie cutter identical to the one next to it. Yeah, I agree with all of that, Rusty Grammar. I am not a mechanic. I can't really be a mechanic, but I do like the idea of an older vehicle, at least having one. And yeah, I don't want a cookie cutter house. I'll be honest. You know what I want to do? I want to buy an old mall. I used to joke with my sister about having elevator money. Fuck that. I want multiple escalator money. I want to buy an old mall and retrofit that into my house, slowly turning different store compartments into whatever I need. Do I need a bigger kitchen? We're going to do that. We're going to do all of it, you know? I'm going to have a giant indoor pool. I'm going to make a giant section of it the business side where I have green screen rooms and stuff to do all sorts. I'll open a fucking multi-broadcast studio to let people get into streaming. I'll set up the equipment. I'll have people come in and keep the equipment clean and managed, and you just come into a studio and you do your show. You log into your shit, bing, bang, boom. But that's pipe dream money that I don't have right now because we're struggling to meet a $15 goal. We have an hour left. We have a half hour left, and then we'll go back to checking on the Venmo and stuff, or the Twitch and everything, to see where that's at. Johnny, you buy a mall, I'll buy or rent a space. You know, I would consider opening it up to some people, but that list is, I'm going to be honest, that list is shrinking, and you're going to have a sizable amount of in-person time invested with me to convince me that that's a thing. So not saying no, but don't get your hopes up. Yeah, want a bigger kitchen? Just move to Williams-Sonoma store. A bigger bedroom? Bed Bath & Beyond. And Beyond store. Yeah, you know? Oh, wow, when Crossroads Mall closes down, we can raise the goal and have the Steel Toe Mall. Everyone can open their own spaces that sponsors the channel. Fall in the Great that sounds like a good place to go. Can I have a room and operate the grow room? You know, there might be
Party
something.
100 cheers beer mugs from the pre-party.
Hey, cheers beer mugs from the pre-party, says Deer Butch. Hell yeah. The party at Deer Butch's, man. I'm going to that shindig on Friday. I am excited for that. And yes, indeed. Can I have a room and operate the grow room? Yeah, can someone post the link to the PayPal, says King of Clubs. You know what? We can do that. We can do that right now. Let's do that. Copy. And we'll do that in all three again. We're at $15 or less. And if we go over, we will just chip that into tomorrow. And you know, like I said, if we end up guaranteeing today, if by tomorrow morning when I get the show ready, if the goal's already knocked out, we have Humpty. That's what we do. Every prepaid day is a Humpty the Chair day. Holy Jesus, Taco Night from Wilmer Autotech for 100 bits. Get entertainment, guns, laser engraving all in one spot, says St. Arnold. It would be called Johnny's Mall of America. Well, then we'd have to get rid of a lot of businesses around it because I'm also going to want some privacy fencing. Like, this is the other thing, too. This is supposed to be my house, right? I don't know if I want people living, like a whole lot, like a community of people living in my home. So let's all keep this on. This is, again, a pipe dream. And let's get back to, again, the plot of a movie turning from 1979, turning real.
You think not? We shall see.
We're coming up to second launch position.
Launch globe number 2.
All right, I don't have time for this. Apparently, his plan is to like eradicate a lot of the human species and then like make superhumans in his own fiefdom. Again, horrible shit, but something that Sam Bankman-Fried's brother was actively trying to do, which, again, those people are great. Mogadishu Plaza. Ross Dogs. Oh, no, you didn't. Chevy JB, rent me a room, easier for your BJs. Not into dudes. Let me tell you right now, that kind of offer is a quick way to get banned. Not on the channel. I mean on the rent. I'm not going to rent out space in the mall, all right? If I have a professional side, it will be very much separate from the personal side. Like, that's the way that would go. That's the way that would go. Holy shit. Well, we have Humpty tomorrow. I believe that was King of Clubs, who has fully funded today and tomorrow. So, we are now on somewhere in, and we'll put this here when we'll post it maybe later. We're somewhere, tomorrow's Thursday, right? So we're in Friday's goal. Friday's goal, we'll put 50 for now, and we'll see where we get at the end of the show. We will have Humpty tomorrow, everybody. I'm going to have to do some work tonight, get this shit set up so we can roll them in here. You can tell him to go downstairs to the Louis Vuitton because he's banned from the Gucci store. Oh! Falconer can run security off duty. Wait, he already does. Yeah, right? There we go. We'll have that happen. Again, I don't know. Damn it, Johnny, you keep missing the link. The link? What link? I'm missing the link. Oh, let me go. LMFAO, stop it, Rusty. Put up a gate. You're killing my abs and face. All right. I put links up a while ago. Was there one? There was a thing you linked that I was supposed to get into, right? I do remember somebody linked something that I thought I was going to click. Thorne, please, before you go, it's a short clip and it's worth it. All right, so here's the clip. Here's the clip. I thought we covered this yesterday. But all right, we'll get to this clip from Thorne and down to new messages. Here we go. Play.
On his way to second. Head first slide. Safe and in to score is Jimenez.
Yeah. And this led to a fight.
Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Ramirez.
Yeah, we got that. We got that the other day. Thanks. That's thank you for that. Sorry if I did. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. I did like how I don't. He totally leaned it. Down goes Frazier. It's like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's double check that while we're here. Yep, nothing to change on that yet. All right. But anyways, thank you for that generous tip contribution or whatever you want to call it on PayPal. That'll kick us forward all the way into Friday's goal now. So we have Humpty for tomorrow, And if we bank out Friday's goal tomorrow, Humpty stays in through Friday. Might have him on the Sunday. Actually, I'm planning to have him on the Sunday show. We're still doing Lemmy and Granny here, I think. I got to figure out what to do. Sorry for wasting everyone's time insisting on that. You didn't waste everyone's time. The show is about unwinding and dicking around at the end of the day. That's just called what we do. I mean, you did like derail the train of the show slightly, but everybody does that, including me. That's why we have the sound drop. It's why we have the sound drop. Again, thank you for being part of the show, whether it's on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. We're going to clear out our second hour stories. We've got about 45 minutes left in the show. Nope, we did the fall from Dianne Feinstein and all that stuff. Again, proof that you shouldn't be there. Just don't go there anymore. Don't go to politics anymore. You're not supposed to be there. All right, and another you shouldn't be there story. Let's drop the audio for just a second while we pull this up. We all waste Johnny's time. It's kind of our hobby, says Lab Class. It's the way it works. All right, so we've got a American nurse that is kidnapped and her child kidnapped and in Haiti. And we've got some things from the Release Organization. We've got a man, we got an Area 51 whistleblower, just a hot young buck that's coming out about what's going on at Area 51. And hold on, let's let this pause. OpenAI releases a web crawler GPT bot. That sounds like a crime, and I want to talk about that. July was confirmed the hottest year ever recorded in Earth's 173-year-long history. So, again, guys, it's all man-made. Because if you look at the data, which goes back less than 200 years, it's all people. Ever noticed that since we started keeping records, things were getting warmer? What also happened since we started keeping records? There have been more people driving cars. Coincidence? Earth is flat. It's the way I'm going to start doing it. I'm just going to start ending the global warming people that we currently have. I'm going to just parrot their arguments and end it with Earth is flat. And they're like, hey, I don't believe crazy shit like that. Nope, you're on just the same thing, different treadmill, my friend. Different treadmill.
But as we all know by now.
Oh, nope, there we go. More Gutfield. Oh, God. Can Fox try any harder to pimp Greg Gutfield? Like, that's all you've got left. Fuck, hire me at this point. I'm better than Greg. I'll say it. Alrighty, let's, oh, so they were freed. The kidnapped mother and daughter. This is going to be an interesting story to go into. We'll get into that in just a second. Let's check everything else. We're good. Rent me a room. I got other positives. I'll fix your shit, says Chevy JP. Oh my, Greg is so smug, LMAO. Look, Greg can afford to be smug. He's the only decent thing left on that station. All right? But I'm just saying, I don't know that I need Greg, but I think I'm going to do a controlled burn for, I believe that was King of Clubs that kicked in there for the 75. Thank you, King of Clubs. Lab Glass saying, Gutfield is the top late night guy. Yeah, but that's not a really hard not really a hard achievement given his competition. I'm talking all the way back to Red Eye, says Welsh Salty. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit says, I'm sure the Haitians treated them well. Well, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and jump into that story. Let's look into this, roll that beautiful survival footage. Where's the play button? There. God damn it.
Well, there is some good news this hour about that American nurse and her daughter who were kidnapped in Haiti.
They have finally been released. Alex Dorsonville and her daughter were taken nearly 2 weeks ago from a Christian charity where she was volunteering. Intense unrest in Haiti's capital recently has led the U.S. government to recommend Americans not travel to the country.
Oh, so now that she's been kidnapped, held, and I'm terrified that she's been R-worded for the last 2 weeks. Maybe don't go there. Yeah. Title of the show, Toots. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. You know what? This whole, I'm part of this Christian charity. We're gonna help. Yeah, because look how the help goes. Look how the help goes. You want to be part of a Christian charity and you want to help? Start with Chicago. When you can get Chicago and some of these other cities a little bit more shit to shoe level, then I think you're ready to handle a third world country. Until then, I mean, if God loved you, would he let this happen? Oh, I get it. He's testing you with that Haitian guy's penis.
Let's bring in NBC News Chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander. So, Peter, what more do we know about how this release actually happened, and what was Alex Dorsonville actually doing in Haiti in the first place?
Yes, and Clay and Kate, this is certainly good news here. We do know that Dorsonville and her daughter were kidnapped last month near the organization that the mom was there for, a Christian.
Holy shit, is that Weatherly? Is this an episode of Bull? Did I get sucked into a news story that's really just an episode of a TV show?
Ministry near Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Again, this is new information that we've been hearing now from the Christian ministry itself. It was an organization that provides education to about 390 students and hosts other ministries. We know that Dorsonville and her daughter are from New Hampshire. She was there as part of her relationship. Her husband helped found this organization. It's known as El Roi Haiti, the king.
Is that the husband? So, you found a Haitian national, you married him, you went back to Haiti to help him, and you got kidnapped. 'Cause, spoiler alert, guess what stands out in Haiti? Literally, this guy got off the plane, and everyone in the country immediately just went,
"Hey, where are the white women at?"
Haiti, it means in French. Suffice to say, she was a community health nurse, married to the group's founder, as we indicated, had been serving in that ministry from quite some time. We're now hearing from the organization that said in part, we praise God that he has proven himself faithful as he restores, supports, and strengthens Alex and her family, the ministry of El Roi Haiti.
We praise God that he has proven himself faithful as he restores, supports, and strengthens Alex and her family. After all, I'm sure the abuses she suffered were entirely justified, because after all, she is a woman, thusly born in sin. Go fuck you, we praise God. If your God was so awesome, he maybe would have protected his servant.
Haiti and the community that Alex has impacted and continues to impact with her ministry in Haiti. We've heard from the State Department as well on this issue. Out of respect for the family's privacy, they say they're not going to be commenting in great detail, but they do say that this family, the mom and her daughter, have been through what they describe as a difficult ordeal, both mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Kate and Clay.
Peter Alexander, thank you so much.
Yep. I'm hoping it's...
2 of the 3 people facing...
I'm hoping it's not a case of the, they better not have done anything. Oh, fucking. That's horrifying. It is horrifying. I like the movie Serpent and the Rainbow, supposed to have been inspired by real events the author went through. I have no idea. I've never seen that movie. The Serpent and the Rainbow guaranteed I would never step foot on that godforsaken land. Everyone got the line button, or I will kick you in the balls? I have no idea what we're talking about now. That's crosstalk. I mean, hey man, we got a sound drop for that.
We don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
20 months. He's drunk. Give me his wrench, says Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. He might be drunk, but he's allowed to be drunk. If Fallen's drunk and he's dicking around, that's fine. If he abuses his or his wrench privileges, then we'll take the wrench. That doesn't mean you'll get it, but I appreciate the effort. Thank you again, Mikey. 20 months subscribed with Prime. That's super duper awesome. Thank you so much. No, Johnny gave me a wrench, but I deleted that account. I mean, that's what Welsh Salty's saying. I don't know that that's a thing, and so I don't know. Dear Butch throwing just in some Mikey emotes. Good to see everybody. Again, we're going for another 40 minutes. Yes, that's math. We're doing 40 more minutes on this show. Thank you all for being part of it. This next story is, again, we have someone doing the putting their name out there. This guy's. Thank you, Rusty Grammar, for putting your ass out there. This guy is really risking his career, his future, so we should give him the full benefit of the doubt. Because again, this could end this man.
Arizona, May 1953. An unidentified object reportedly crashed in the desert sands. What remained was allegedly sent to America's most top-secret facility, Area 51.
Right.
45 years later, in 1998, Bill Uhouse came forward to make a stunning claim.
I'm sure he did.
The military had an actual living alien.
Yes.
So he made the claim in 1998. Why are we talking about it now? Did I get suckered into a really old video? This is from 2 years ago. So again, why are we talking about the claim now?
Tell me everything.
Since 1953, the American government had an insectoid alien that was working with them.
What was his name?
His name was J-Rod.
Huh.
His name was J-Rod. His name was Corn Pop. Corn Pop liked that I have really hairy legs. Remind him of his cricket people back on his cricket planet. Because Corn Pop was from that, he wasn't even from the cricket planet. No. Corn Pop was an alien from another planet, but he was from the moon of that planet. Him and his people were the now I know what you'll think when I say this. Do not assume what I'm saying. I'm saying he was an alien from a moon planet, and he was a cricket person. And he said, I'm going to mess you up for kicking me out of the pool. So I got to link the chain, and I said, take me to your leader. Yeah, this whole thing has gone weird. His name was J-Rod?
J-Rod. J-Rod claimed that he was not an alien. What he revealed was something even more shocking.
More shocking than his name being J-Rod?
This insectoid alien, J-Rod, said that he had actually come from our future. There is a catastrophe on this planet. Much of mankind is destroyed. Mankind splits into two different species. And
this really sounds like the theme to the fucking, what's that goddamn Orson Welles thing, the time traveler or whatever?
one of these species goes and lives underground.
Okay, no, this is literally the theme to that goddamn movie. One of the species goes and lives underground, becomes subhuman. In that, they develop like weird quasi-vampire-esque like meat eater, and the people that live above ground are the sunny, happy people.
How?
And while underground, they develop these insectoid traits.
No.
This above world of today was not habitable, and they had to go underground and live for some time with what they called the ant people. And you have to wonder if perhaps J-Rod is actually an insectoid human being from our own future.
Well, that's a thing you could test with DNA, but I'm going to go and lean out and say no, and that whole thing was dumb. It was a humanoid insectoid alien from our future. No. You're dumb if you believe that story. Well, Salty saying this is for you to watch later. All right, so I will, all right, I got to click the link just to put it up here. The Serpent and the Rainbow, the official trailer. I don't know. We can maybe watch that for overtime. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll save it over here and I'll watch that later, I guess. Control V. What the fuck kind of bad sci-fi is that? Yeah, dude. Sorry, didn't mean to derail you. No, dude, it's like the second time today, but that's why we have the sound drop. Yeah, that is some super bad sci-fi bullshit. Again, that's just the time machine. That's just literally that's just tweaks to the fucking story of the time machine. I hate donate you barking seals. Yeah, let's watch it. Donate you barking seals. I don't know. We'll see. We have again a good 30 minutes left in the show. Thank you for watching on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. We've got all of the chats up there, so we'll read any comments we get, and we'll double check our goal stuff for today. But we are, like I said, that one's not really moving. I think that's going to be at that. All right, so that isn't going to change. So then, we're looking at Friday's goal. We're looking at the whole goal on Friday. Amazing. This fucking Humpty will be back tomorrow. So that's awesome. Well, Salty saying, I won't donate again because Johnny keeps being mean to me. What? How am I being mean? I donated earlier, Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. You did donate earlier, and we said thank you. Jesus. How am I being mean? Fallen the Great saying, if time travel is real and we are contacting time travelers more and more, that would lead me to assume we are approaching the event horizon. Fallen the Great saying to Well Sully, fucking watch it. Nice. What is that? That's all that catching up. So yeah, I don't know what any of that's about. All right, so we're good on there. We're getting over to this. AI releases web crawler GPT bot. How to block it. OpenAI says GPT bot will enhance AI model capabilities. OpenAI has launched web crawler GPT bot to improve artificial intelligence models. Web pages crawled with the GTP bot user agent may potentially be used to improve future models and are filtered to remove sources that require paywall access, are known to gather personally identifiable information, PII, or have text that violates our policies, the company said in a post on its website. Allowing GTP bot to access your site can help AI models become more accurate and improve their general capabilities and safety. So the web crawler is a type of bot. It's usually operated by search engines that index context of websites. They're calling it web crawlers because crawling is the term for automatically accessing a website and obtaining data using software. OpenAI provided instructions for disallowing the GTP bot from accessing a website either partially or fully. Websites can block the crawler's IP address or add the GPT bot to the site's robot.txt file. The file essentially instructs web crawlers on what is accessible from a site. To allow GPT-Bot to access your only parts of your site, you can add the GPT-Bot token to your sites. Oh my God, really? But this is like, why is it on us to get this shit out of it if we don't want it? Like, it's just the idea that you get to shove it in our faces and we can't like sign up to participate or something. This is creepy. I'm sorry, I don't want the robots in my life. I don't want them in my life like that. It's creepy. It's weird. I don't feel safe. I got a wrench. I know I'm cool, says Chevy JB. Yeah, I got to figure out how to... You've got a wrench on here? Did I give you a wrench on here? I thought I tried to. I don't remember. Manage. Nope. Nothing I can do on that. All right, yeah. I am all over the place. My daughter has a guest upstairs, and they're having a lot of fun, and I'm glad for them. And it's just, it throws me off along with everything else going on today and in life in general. Alrighty, so the web crawler GPT again, creepy as F, man, creepy as F. They just got sued by a bunch of people for pirating data, and now they're like, how about we just steal stuff that you can't sue us for stealing? And we're using it to build a system to make people less, to make people more obsolete. I've never liked the automated phone answering shit. I don't like the idea that we're trying to get AI to the point where they can answer phone calls. No, I want a real person. I want to berate somebody. I want to ruin someone's day if I have to call tech service. All right? That's why I'm doing it. If I have to get to the point where I've got to call you to help you fix my shit, I'm really looking forward to the idea that maybe I can make you cry. All right? That's kind of part of it. Look, it's a fun game for both of us. It's what helps get us through the call. Oh, man. Why wouldn't you do it? Why? Why wouldn't you do it? I would. I wouldn't work that job. Good God, no. But, So, moving along, because, again, we have a half hour, so we can't hang out too long on too much shit, because we do have to get through all that. If we finish up all of that, let's see what we have for overtime stuff. If we get through all of this in the overtime portion. Oh, dude, I've got a video clip of black people reacting to Family Guy, because that's funny. We've got a Fox Business article about squatters taking over, and some Pennsylvania authorities that are like, we got to do something about this. And Bill Burr is sick of Michelle Obama. So I mean, we got some real winners there. Let's keep on keeping on. And here we go. So the EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service, or C3S, said Tuesday that the global average surface temperature... the global average surface air temperature in July was confirmed to be the highest recorded for any month. July was found to be a whopping 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer than the average for the 1850-1900 period, and 0.33 degrees Celsius warmer than the previous warmest month of July 2019. So the records go back 170 years. The only surprise is the speed of the change. Climate change is here. It is terrifying, and it is just the beginning. The only thing that's surprising is the speed of the change. Well, again, I would argue that the change is happening no matter what. The speed is coming from a variety of factors. Some of them might be deliberately man-made by, ironically, Climate people. Oh, so this is just the article. Okay, so we already got the meat of that out of there. But again, this is the warmest year on record as long as your record only goes back 170 years. I would also say this year is a lot warmer because we burned a whole bunch of trees in a bunch of fires that I'm not entirely convinced were just unavoidable acts of nature. They looked weirdly, deliberately set, particularly in Canada. Corn Pop was a bad... Yeah, Corn Pop was a bad dude. And J-Rod was a bad alien. Oh, man. So yeah, look, I absolutely believe that global warming is real. I believe the planet is getting warmer. I think that's obvious. I don't think it's man-made. I think there's a variety of factors, and man's contribution certainly isn't helpful. But again, I don't think if we fix our part that it just stops. And for all of that, I also don't agree that the stuff they want to do, I don't think it will fix it. Mostly because they don't impose the restrictions they're imposing on the rest of us. Ignat's pointing out we're missing about 4.5 billion years of data. But don't worry, there's some very left-leaning colleges that have put together models that totally say that that's still super-duper warm. And it's completely out of the norm. Alrighty, so let's get to this, the thing that, who was it? What was it, AOC or fucking one of the squad members was linking? I don't remember. And Kamala Harris, actually. Kamala Harris was the one linking the warmest year in 1,500 years or whatever. But speaking of Kamala Harris, let's get to this story. Kamala Harris is to hold a grassroots reception on wealthy Martha's Vineyard. The prominent event ticket price ranges from $50 to $10,000. She's holding a grassroots reception on Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts on behalf of the Biden-Harris re-election campaign. According to the report, the Saturday fundraiser will be hosted by the Biden Victory Fund. You know, victory for Biden as in completely torpedo the country. Hey, doesn't the Victory Biden Fund have a whole lot of funding from Ukraine and China? How about you use that? According to the report from the Gazette, the fundraiser hosted, blah, 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 blah. Wealthy individuals, including bank executive, a former Obama official, and a political consultant, and actor Wendell Pierce. Ticket prices for the grassroots reception range from $50 to $10,000. Martha's Vineyard is known as a playground for America's rich and famous. The Biden-Harris campaign did not immediately respond to requests for comment. And the report said that the exact same time and location of the event weren't disclosed on the invitation and that it was being paid for by the joint fundraising committee authorized by Biden for President, the Democratic National Committee, and several state Democratic parties. The report also noted a previous campaign-related visit to the island by Harris in August 2022 and that her sister, Maya Lakshmi Harris, owns a home there. Martha's Vineyard's status as a haven for liberal elites was elevated last September when Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sent 2 planes full of migrants there, sparking outrage from Democrats and members of the liberal media. Former President Barack Obama also owns a home on the island. Right? It's like really wealthy elite people buy these homes on the island. They got so pissed when you ship the migrants there. That's why they live there, so they can complain about you guys being racist, but also don't have to deal with the problem. You forgot. Oh, man. So, yes, it's grassroots, but it's on a secluded island for the elite rich. Grassroots, eh? You see, y'all, it's a grassroots a party and celebration because we're doing it in Martha's Vineyard, which has a backyard, like a big backyard. And what's in that backyard? Grass, right? And if we're here giving a speech while you guys give me money so we can continue torpedoing the American economy, I move on the grass while I give that speech. So it is a grassroots movement because every time I step on the grass, I move the grass, I move the ground, I move the roots in the ground. So the grassroots are moving. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, that's my best Kamala. That's my best Kamala Harris. Look, I don't love or hate one party more than another, but I will say Kamala Harris is, without a doubt, the dumbest vice president I have ever seen. The single dumbest vice president I've ever seen. A grassroots movement in Martha's Vineyard. Try a little harder to say, look, we don't want the poors. Salty saying 1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure law will fund transportation-related roadway, bridge, transit, and rail projects. Here's how freight rail communities and even the planet will benefit. Heels up Harris. Connor Fullerton saying, we must factor in the ongoing magnetic pole shift and the impending collapse of the AMOC. The AMOC, atmospheric ozone? What's the AMOC, Connor Fullerton? But yeah, dude, the magnetic pole shift has effect. There's a whole lot of things that can affect the temperature. I'm saying the sun's output recently has bombarded us with stuff. Here's a thing that we don't talk a lot about. There's absolutely nothing being done about the sheer amount of paving we do over everything. I'm sorry, but pavement retains heat. Can we talk about maybe having less paved roads? It's amazing how all these climate activists, we got to get rid of the oil, we got to drive electric cars, but we got to have those roads to drive them on. Alrighty, we're kicking along,
from Colorado.
And we've got a video here to enjoy. This is off of 9 News. This is 3 days ago. This is a wedding video, you know, because we've had a lot of stuff. She slept her way to the top. Well, she certainly didn't think her way there. Anyways, this next video here. This is a rare thing, I guess, to see at a wedding. Do you consider it?
Cheer 100.
Thank you, Well Salty, for the 100 bits. Thank you very much, Well Salty. Let's go to this video here. Again, I wanna play this out and see where we go.
A couple from Colorado got married this past week, and they got the full Colorado experience at their wedding. Wild weather, wildlife,
marijuana,
and some wild pictures to tell the tale.
Senior prom
wild
2017.
Weed? Wild
this
weed?
is a story about
You said
love.
Colorado,
We
wild
met in
weed,
high
right?
school, actually, so our senior year. So we're...
I'm sorry, I just heard him talk. Wild weed. If you're not from Colorado, you specifically went there because it was legal. That's all I'm saying.
We're the high school sweethearts.
Our main characters are Kaylin and Brandon.
Yep, we met in biotech class, and we were in a group project together.
Even in those high school hallways, they knew their story was special.
We knew when we were 18 that we wanted to marry each other, and we almost went to the courthouse and got married and didn't tell our parents. We decided.
Wow, you guys, I don't know who I feel worse for. All right, I got a question. I'm being really, really judgmental, and I apologize for that. Can we get a good... All right, we need a...
Decided not to do that.
And thank goodness they
Can you stop staring at her while she's talking?
waited. So this story could get even better.
We got married on the outskirts of Boulder, up in the mountains. I think the reason we actually chose that spot was...
All right, you're talking and you're still looking at her. Look at the camera. You are horrible.
Because it was so interesting.
There we go. This is the best we can do. And the chat box is kind of covering it. Let's just say Dollar Store Mario Lopez and what? Bargain Basement. Fuck, I forget that singer's name. I don't know. Can we go back in 10 years and look for Smiles? How many cats does she have? Yeah, this lady's got cats. This dude's putting up with cats for that sweet booty. But yeah, this lady's got cats.
Drenched in nature.
And boy, did Mother Nature show up for this wedding.
I got a flood warning first thing when I woke up.
She got a flood warning, and we're not just talking about that V, you know what? Again, God shit on your special day, and he threw a bear at it. Really glad you waited for that wedding, huh? 30 years, all this time. You guys really glad you waited for that wedding?
We had gotten through, I don't know, maybe a third of the ceremony speech, I guess. And then we were going to go do our vows, and that's actually when it really just started coming down.
Again. Saying this as someone who was shitting on religion earlier in the show. God, I have huge lungs. You got more rain when you just skipped to the vows. Rain on Wednesdays. Good luck. Forrest, is that you? I can't stand when people whine because their wedding didn't turn out perfect. They're not whining. To their credit, they're not whining that the wedding didn't turn out perfect. She definitely dolled up nice, though. So, yeah, I'm sorry. He's settling. She's settling. Because even dolled up, he looks like shit. I'm sorry. You look like shit, and the pastor's position makes you look like you have a very short mustache, sir. I won't say who that would make you look like if you were facing the camera, but I do know that that is not actual facial hair. So, close, but not close enough. Moving along.
So by the time it started pouring rain on us...
Her schnoz is huge. Yeah, her schnoz is huge, but she's got a decent face, she's got a decent bod, and this guy's just chudly. She's gonna breed with this thing?
In the middle of the ceremony, us and all of our guests were soaking wet. But it was awesome. It was totally awesome.
See, they're not complaining at all. You know what? Props to them for not being like, oh, my wedding. You know what? It was awesome. It was totally awesome. You know what? Maybe it was God testing them, and if it was, they passed. They passed. He threw some hard time. He threw some hard time. You trying to get in the pay window, daddy. And by the pay window, I mean that sweet V on the back end. And then God's raining on your parade. He's just sitting all over the ceremony. That's hard times, daddy.
Great.
But the night wasn't over yet, just as the dancing had started.
Hey, bear.
It's not too often you go into your dessert table and see a bear crashing it and eating all.
He's eating all of the cake. I mean, good God.
All of it.
I think next that went out were the lemon bars and then the cannolis, which we were most looking forward to the cannolis. Unfortunately, we did not get any.
It's just kind of how this day ended up playing out, you know? There's just a bear on top of the table.
There's just a bear on top of the table. We didn't notice because we were busy in the dressing rooms because she was bareback on top of me. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Good for you. Again, I'll say this. Dude, Mother Nature, God himself, everything that could, shat on this wedding as hard as they could, and these guys are happy about it. They're so happy about it. Let's catch up with the chat. Ha, he might make her laugh. Maybe. Making a woman laugh trumps a man's looks. Well, Salty, I'm a comedian. No, it doesn't. Alrighty. I would have guessed they would have Japanese sensei or monk officiate. So woke and new agey. A bear. Oh, look, a bear eats my wedding cake and lemon bars. I'm going to lose it. You're married, Johnny, right? No, I'm not married at all, Well Salty. I am not married. I was in a long-term relationship that I would consider a marriage, but it was not legally binding, and that relationship, as I understand it, is no longer a thing. So now I have a roommate. Hooray. Back to happy people.
It's just kind of the next thing that happened.
The couple says staff security shoot off the bear quickly and nobody got hurt.
And I was like, of course this is happening. Like, you know, a monsoon to go with the bear. I mean, it just makes perfect sense.
A monsoon to go with the bear. I feel like the bear went with the monsoon.
The perfect Colorado wedding.
Of all the chapters in their story so far.
Yeah, this takes the cake. Literally, this takes the cake.
Boo. Boo. Takes the cake. Boo. Oh, he's leaning in and getting it. I hope you're enjoying it, man, because I'm guessing you didn't get anything else in your life. If you two have been destined and loved each other this whole time, like, that's the saddest part to me. Neither one of you have experienced alternative fuck to understand if there is better fuck to be had. Ross, you bang pots and pans. What? How'd you shoo off a bear? Why wasn't that recorded? They flashed some lights and they yelled at it. This goes all the way back when, during the stock trading, the owner, the banker, would breed his big-nosed woman so that she, oh, never mind. That's going to cost him half.
This love story is still being written.
I think it's an important lesson in marriage, too, like...
It's got to be flexible and adaptable and just...
Life doesn't always go to plan, but it's, you know, how you get through it together.
Oh, yay. Life doesn't go to plan, but it's how you get through it together. Look, all I'm saying, one trifling assho gives that guy something he's never had before, and that relationship goes downhill fast. Alrighty. So, Well Salty and Ross Dog's Broken Spirit having one out. I'm not sure what that... Timothy Treadwell, yes, I did. Don't know what that means. No idea. Excuse me, I got to burp for a second. That was a weird one. Too much water. Alrighty. So thank you for being part of the show on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube. We got a few more minutes here, so we got oh wait, no, that is that story. So we got the bear story in there. We'll have to see what we can do for the end of the show. We can't get into all of our overtime stuff, but we'll get into some of it. Again, thank you, a King of Clubs, for the large show donation that will have our good friend Humpty seeing us here tomorrow. Alrighty, where do we go? There, bear. We did all those. Oh, you know what we're doing for the rest of the show? We're doing a video of black people reacting to Family Guy. This video came out 5 months ago. And this is apparently, like I said, black people reacting to the racial comedy of Family Guy. I can't wait to see how offended they are by all the shit. Futurama is greater than Family Guy. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. I don't agree with you on that because I don't like Futurama. I don't think there's a winner in that battle. But Johnny, Ross, and I are talking about this. Oh. Werner become one of my faves 2 months ago. All right, I didn't know that. Here we go. We're gonna do this.
Uncle Tom. See the truth in it.
I was brought up on the streets, no moms and dads. I had to fend for myself with my own 2 hands. But today I'm hurt, and I'll tell you why. I got a hangnail hanging from my cuticle. A hangnail. It ain't beautiful. It hurts like a bitch than I did last night.
I'd have to pretend not to notice people's race day. Hey, you seen Reggie around?
Which one is Reggie?
He's got a gold tooth, diamond earring. He's got that big necklace with a $ sign on it. He's always grabbing his crotch when he's telling a story, like the one about when he found out his mother is really his grandmother. He always wears cheap cologne, never pays his alimony. He's extremely cut for a guy who never works out.
All right, at no point are any of them like, that ain't okay. But I am going to say, dude up front in the purple shirt looks like he's on edge about it. Guy in back in the black, I don't know. Is he just emotionless? So far, he has done nothing. And why do we have a medal hanging over a Kill Bill poster? Is one of you a martial artist? This is a weird mix.
There he is. Thanks anyway.
Oh, and that's a plaque for a YouTube channel. All right, so you're a YouTuber. All right, so raised eyebrows, a little bit of a smiley face. Everybody's laughing at it. Okay. Again, why do we keep saying that racial humor is inappropriate or some? Apparently, we can all laugh at it.
Look, there's the Black Forest. We're gonna take the whole family on vacation this summer. The 10 of us gonna load up the Impala and head on down to Hotland.
You said the Impala, what?
They took on that check cashing place. I was in and out with one ID. You know my boy's out on bail next week, right? Man, it seems like yesterday he was in juvie.
Gosh, we should go to that auction tomorrow.
All right, so they're like, nah, dude, nah. But again, nobody's freaking out. Again, I just feel like it just seems like maybe, just maybe, some people push this whole race thing a lot farther when a lot of us are just kind of like, oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's funny. You're a honky. Like, I mean, I think like we can all have fun with it, man. We should all have fun with it. Spoiler alert, the guy and his... What? We're talking about Grizzly Man Doc by Werner Herzog. Oh, all right then.
Like bite. I mean, can you imagine if we had our own medieval castle? I bet it'd be even more fun than when I went to White Castle. Huh. Name's a little deceiving.
Dude, the whole group chuckled at it. Again, it's kind of funny.
And that dollar's getting all over town. Yeah, like your mama.
Dude, and they're laughing at this shit. Again, this is the stuff we're told is so horrible and so insensitive, and we're such horrible pieces of shit. I don't know, I like the world where we all laugh at it.
Oh, man, you know I'm just playing. Hey, man, you seen that movie, The Cove? The Cove? How you just gonna be talking about The Cove? I mean, I saw the movie, but I was like, oh...
Oh, honey, I'm so excited to finally meet your girlfriend.
Here she comes now.
Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo, baby.
Oh, no.
Dude, they're laughing, all right? They're laughing. Is it a bullshit thing? Absolutely. Is it wrong for people to think that way? Absolutely. But are we still in the Twilight era of someone being like, hey, Dad, my new girlfriend's a black lady, and Dad's all like, oh, no. Like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious.
Check our YouTube channel and see how we're doing. Boy, they just went right after Cleveland, didn't they? Geez, that word looks even harsher.
Boy, they had a YouTube channel.
Boy, they just went right after Cleveland, didn't they? Our YouTube channel.
Oh, baby.
Oh, no. All right, let's check our YouTube channel and see how we're doing. Boy, they just went right after Cleveland, didn't they? Geez, that word looks even harsher when it's in all caps. My ideas. Here are the products we'll be unveiling in the new fiscal year. The African American Heart Monitor. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Dude, this is funny. All right, I gotta see someone be outraged. According to what I've been told, this room full of dudes should not be laughing at this. This should be horribly insensitive. They should be outraged.
Really are. It's old man Barney Frank. And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling Republicans. Thanks for all your help, Globetrotters.
That was a cold swish. Put her there.
Oh, no.
No.
They're laughing at it because it's wrong, but it's funny because it's also partially true. And that's why we should all laugh at it. God damn it, this is hilarious. Again, where's the outrage? I don't think there is any outrage. I'm so unracist, I don't even realize that people are on screen. We're not white. Right? I don't see race. I just see 5 good dudes.
I want to see a dead body. Cleve, it's 1955. Please re-enter the clubhouse in a more stereotypically animated fashion.
Lord almighty, I done seen me a dead body down by the...
All right, even the guy that's like, oh, hell no, that ain't cool. But he's still smiling and laughing. I'm sorry, dude. Family Guy is not the best programming on the planet. But this is a smattering of, again, what we are told is the most offensive, insensitive shit. And it's great. Chevy JB on Rumble saying the Yoo-Hoo was hilarious. Yeah, dude, the Yoo-Hoo one was pretty hilarious. That one was pretty damn good. I think the best comedy comes from real-life aspects, whether personal or a racial stereotype. Look, I'm going to say this about all races. A lot of stereotypes exist for a reason. Making fun of people who embody them is not a bad thing. Believing all of those people are those stereotypes is a bad thing. But if you see a person who is a stereotype, laughing at it is kind of the best you can do. And they're making fun of stereotypes because a person wasn't. And so again, all of these dudes are laughing. Even the one who doesn't want to find it funny has to admit that this is funny because, again, white people in culture were stupid enough to think that that was a thing. This was in TV and stuff back in the day. And as we've grown, we've learned that, yeah, dude, it was dumb, but we can laugh at it. We don't have to hold it up. It was so insensitive. We were victims. Or it was just fucking stupid. God, we were dumb.
Hey, calm down. You're not making any sense.
If I were you, I'd keep your mouth shut till you talk to a lawyer.
I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, my God. Is this what black people see all the time?
No, they usually don't.
What the fuck? Dude, the guy over here, he is losing his shit. Have you never seen Family Guy? That one was really harsh. I can't believe that I paused this and I'm looking at 4 smiling faces. This guy in the back is a really hard sell, but 4 smiling faces on that one. Even I'm like, wow.
Come to funerals. Since I'm a cop, I always wind up getting hit by a black woman with a purse.
You find a man who
What's your relationship to Brian?
You make sure this
Are you sure you're at the right funeral?
Just talking about the Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Hey. Hey, Lois, what are your parents doing here?
Oh, they surprised us with a visit after I told them about your recent discovery.
Yes, Peter, we hear you're a Negro now.
Yeah, I even got my own posse. Hey, Big Dog, T-Bone, Shades, you guys go make yourself some sandwiches. We'll hook up later.
My jacket's in the kitchen. Please don't write on it.
The same way Polo Dean got her cooking show taken off the air. By saying the one word you can't come back from.
What? Say the word? Right now?
Yeah. Together.
Okay. Cleveland gonna pop.
Ready?
You bet.
You could have just quit the show.
Holy Jesus. All right, we've gone 3 minutes over. I don't want to keep going through all this thing. They just keep laughing at it. I'm sorry. It seems like I kind of want to say, I think the media might be lying to us on this whole racial sensitivity thing. And on that amazing bombshell, I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for being part of the show. So anyway, the serpent and the rainbow. All right. So we had a great day. It's been a great show. We were fully funded through tomorrow. So Humpty will be here tomorrow. We will be doing it from the egg chair. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. You know the whole spiel. Until tomorrow, take care of yourselves. Do the best you can in the world we're in, and try to be good to each other. Till tomorrow, my friends. Up, wrong button. There we go. That's the outro button. Boom. Can't wait to meet you this weekend, says Mikey. We've met, Mikey. We have met before.
Game over.
Fuck you. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Hey, where are the white women at?
We have a penis, we don't have a vagina.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?